Hey, we're going live.
Going live from Port Huron, Michigan. It's the Paul Murray and Friends show. And AD. Okay. Live.
Is that your who you're betting on?
AD.
AZ. Okay.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna go with AD. He's been right on the ball lately, so watch he'll be somebody else today. Okay. Cool. Oops, I screwed up there. Nope, it was me. That don't count, right?
First. There you go. Mike Rennick second.
Mike second. Oh, hey, Mike, you're first. Yeah, you're first, Mike.
That's funny.
Okay. Hey, and TJ. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of a pretty ship there, Paul, isn't it? All pretty painted up.
Yep, Mr. Giggles is here.
Yeah. AZ's napping. There you go. That's the problem. Oh, I got some screws in my pocket here. They're garbage anyways. But want to go outside?
Oh,
okay, let's go.
Here comes Mr. Giggles.
Hey, TJ. There you go. Get up the door.
That's great.
Yeah, okay.
So I was just on the old farts with drones. Their first anniversary, the first anniversary of their of his channel, and like Matty was on there. Johnny Dronefire was on there. Like everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
But that's on Facebook, right?
Well, yeah. Well, it was on YouTube, but StreamYard.
Yeah, because I get that stuff all the time on Facebook, but I didn't see anything about it being advertised on
Yeah,
YouTube.
like he posted a thing on Facebook about it. It was like a couple of days ago he posted it, and then
okay.
Actual event was today.
Mike Rennick says hi, TJ.
Mike Rennick, aka General.
Yep.
Yeah, those guys were live too. Lawrence and Herman.
Oh, they were over there?
Yeah, well, they're live right now too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sitting here watching South Park, and Kenny's got his butt where his face should be.
Don't say that too loud, because I know a guy named Justin that likes to make things like that really happen.
Oh yeah.
He'll take your picture off here, and the next thing you know, you'll be a butthead.
Hey, Paul, we got some new glasses out now. Do you want to see them?
Yeah. Oh, they flip up.
Yeah, well, but no, look at where they're. There's no frames.
They don't have
put
the
a pin.
Like the. How do they stay on your face though? Is what I'm trying.
They're permanently. No way. Thank you.
Like a piercing, like.
Yeah, it's a piercing.
No, no way. That's great. I mean, what would you do? How would you sleep? How would you roll over? How
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Good evening, Filipina. How you doing?
Hey, Filipina. Hey, hello. Yeah. Yeah.
She came in specifically to say hi to TJ.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
she loves it when I laugh.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody does.
Yeah.
You can sign up at mrgiggles.com and TJ will come to your child's birthday party and
I'll
giggle
just
away.
laugh. Like, man, this guy's amazing. I'm having such a good time. Forget the bounce house. I'm having a
That's
good
right.
time. I laugh.
Bounce house. TJ outdoes the bounce house. Yep.
I'll do the bounce house. That's funny. Yeah. Earlier today, I was just hanging out at the library because I was talking to the girl about the drone camp. So like how you can't be really loud in the library. So I just thought I'd type a little note there.
How they didn't kick you out for giggling too much at the library?
Yeah. But
Yeah, Miss, I'd like to talk to you about to get the drone. Yeah. The drone. The drone.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I got a drone.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So anyway, yeah, it's the weather's just kind of nasty here, as you can see the rain on the lens of the camera.
Yeah, it's pretty calm today. There's no wind. I mean, it's pretty perfect. It's perfect out there. Al from South Florida Drone Flyers was out on his boat today. Him and his wife went out there, and the water looked like really calm, like a thin sheet of glass. So I was gonna.
This is one of the nicer articulated tug barges, TJ.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
You see, it's got a few scrapes on it, but it's pretty nice looking.
Yeah.
And it's a company that has several of them.
Oh, that's cool. It looks like a ladder, like
Well,
the ones
that's
that
the
are.
unloader. They swing that over, and then the system works and puts everything on shore or wherever they pile.
Oh, that's cool.
And here's the tug part. The tug is attached in the rear here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Now, where is that camera located at?
it's right just south of the bridge on top of the convention center.
And it hangs down off of a
Yeah,
high pole,
it's got a pole on the corner of it like this.
right? And it just rotates around and it follows.
Whoever controls it, you can control the direction and the pan and the tilt and the
Oh, gotcha. That's
control
cool.
the zoom. It's zoomed in right now.
No, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because look at how well you can see across the river.
Yeah, that is pretty neat. When? May 28th and 29th.
Is that when your Giggle Fest is? When's the Giggle?
No, that's Dave Matthews Band is going to be there at the I Think Amphitheater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my favorite bands ever.
Well,
I've
what you should do is you should offer to open the show with them as
like open the
TJ,
show,
Mr. Giggles. Yeah,
stand on stage and just laugh.
yeah. Are you ready? Show's coming.
Filipino just posted her first flight.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, let's open it up and check it out.
I was just looking at it right now.
DJI Mini 3, huh?
Oh, it's the Mini SE, not number 3.
Yeah, the Mini SE. Yeah.
Oh, that's the same. Isn't that the same one that
Laura got? Yeah.
Laura got? Isn't it?
Yep. Oh, very good there, Filipina. Just sitting there watching it. Yeah.
Can you share their screen so we can see it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it now.
Oh, okay.
Well, 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long.
Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
British Eye Story. And where does she live?
She's over
England.
by Laura somewhere
Oh,
in the UK.
oh, huh.
Oh, she picked a good spot to fly because
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
an open field there. She was flying out of. That's pretty cool.
Well, that must be her husband right there.
That looks like a British version of oh, what's his name? It's
Got a
always
lot of-
over there.
Got some rolling hills over there. Yeah,
Yep.
very good. Yeah. Looked like a bit of a hiking, walking place there or something. Got paths all over the place there. Just
Or
looking.
is it a soccer? No, it wouldn't be a soccer field because it's at an angle.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not down nice enough. Oh,
Yeah.
she's even got a landing pad. All right.
I didn't see the landing pad.
Yeah. But I think she was trying to
She should have flew it. Over
look it
those
through the screen, trying to land it on a pad, but I don't know. Yeah.
That's
That's
the
towards the
British
end.
version of Dennis Lovelady right there.
Yeah, the British
Yeah.
version of Dennis Lovelady.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd that guy go? Oh, there's your landing pad.
There's some people walking by.
But, yeah.
Like, what the heck is that thing? Oh my God.
She said it was scary but exciting. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. For her first flight, she did really well.
Yeah, I think real well.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, she even made the landing pad. Good for her.
Oh, she made it?
Yep. Okay, that's good. Where's the like button? There we go. We'll hit the like button.
It was scary but exciting.
There's the landing pad right there.
Yeah. Oops. Can I land? Oops. Can I?
Oh, flying was down there, Mickey. I think she'll have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, sure she will.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a good area to fly.
For sure.
You know, and every time you go up, the more better you get. More confidence you'll have, and
What did you say? Will I make it or I will make it?
Will I make it?
Will I make it? Oh. You have to tilt the camera downward so you see where the landing pad is.
Well, at the height she's at right now, I don't think you can tilt the camera down. Because it's got that automatic sensor thing.
Oh. Well, can't the on the SE can't the,
Boom, she's there.
oh.
Yep.
Awesome. I finally landed. Awesome. Well, can't like on the Mini SE, can't you tilt the camera like all the way down like on the Mavic Air 2?
Yeah, but with
the
the
mini
bottom sensors, when you get 4 or 5 feet off the ground, the camera automatically comes up so you don't smash the camera.
Oh, gotcha. Round of applause. Round of applause for Filipino.
yeah. Hey, Lynn.
Lynn.
Lenny.
She's still out camping, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Till
Oh.
Thursday or something, isn't it? That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow she leaves at noon or so or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's out there letting nature wash her motorhome.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know, these two here carrying around here. Look at these two wrestling.
She just woke up.
Had a little power nap, did we? Yeah.
Well, there's not much going down in St. Augustine.
Pretty
No,
quiet down there, is it, Paul? or what?
Yeah.
there.
quiet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's kind of quiet down there tonight.
there's two blondes walking by.
Yeah, quiet.
Yeah, maybe later in the evening it'll pick up.
Oh, always does. Always does.
They only
Looks
have
a
one.
little windy though, too, because you
Yeah.
don't see the flags hanging down at all.
And they only got one torch going.
And see the palm trees are moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it gets windy, it'll blow those things out, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, because this one's working, this is not, and I don't think that one down there is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Oh, I didn't know that there were three. I thought there was just the two right there.
Actually, there's 3 there and there's 3 here. We don't see the one closest to us. But see, there's 1, 2, and then there's the edge of the third
oh,
one. down
yeah,
there.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Must
be warm down there, Paul.
well, I tell you what we'll do. Let's take a run down there to see what the temperature is in St. Augustine Beach.
Yeah, earlier I was watching a video of Mike and Albert was like licking. He's like, how many licks does it take to get to the top? And I said, the world may never know.
Not coming up, Paul, for some reason.
Huh.
Oh, there it is. 84 degrees, but it feels like 91, and the wind is
Woo.
gusting to 21 miles an hour.
Oh boy, that'd be like a furnace, you know?
Yeah.
And the low tonight is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the low.
So low they can't hear you.
Yeah. Right now here it's 52, feels like 48 here. It's been cold all day here and windy, right? Just what the hell are you two doing?
Man, Arby's sure does sound pretty good right about now. Actually, anything sounds good.
We got like 5 days of rain, Paul. Yeah. We
Oh,
have
yeah?
rain now. Thursday, chance of showers. Friday, mixed sun and clouds, but you're calling for some rain. Saturday, risk of strong thunderstorms. Sunday, chance of showers. Monday, mainly sunny. Then Tuesday, a few showers. Oh. It's a rain. Got a couple days in between, but oh, well. That'll help the grass grow. Cut the grass yet today, Paul?
No, but it's getting so it needs it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like it's gonna stay wet for a while. Sitting there looking. Unless it's. Oh no, it's gonna clear out because it's gonna go. Most of it's south of us, over the lake. Yeah, cool. Well, actually, it says it's gonna clear out by about 8 o'clock tonight. But more coming later. No, good. Hey, somebody said Corey Mano's in the house. All right. I'm sorry if I didn't see you there, Corey. Oh, excuse me.
What's the
DJI Avata leaked. Oh, is that FPV?
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one that my friend in Georgia. That's the one he was talking about. That's the one that he's gonna get. That thing actually looks pretty cool because he sent me a picture of it. I was like, man, that thing looks pretty awesome.
Oh,
I wonder how much it's gonna sell for.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one that my friend sent me a picture of.
Oh, does it look like the old one or what?
No, it's like it's
I'm just gonna see if I can come up with a
Black-
picture of it
black
here.
FPV drone that has a camera on it, but I'm not sure what the goggles look like. Here, let me see if I can
Oh, that's a mini.
Maybe you have to put in DJI FPV, Paul, or what?
Well, okay, I'm just looking up here. Oh, see, it's gonna be like the ones with the thing on it here, Paul. You know, the center thing, you know, with the hoops on it around the props.
Oh, okay.
Like a center whoop, yeah. Weighs about 500 grams, can fly indoors.
I just sent you a picture of it, Paul, on Messenger.
All right, let me go look.
I don't think that's it though.
No,
Uh-uh.
it's a DJI Avata center whoop style drone. Okay, this is it here.
Yeah,
That's-
that's it right there. Yeah.
Hang on here. Because I'm just looking at the DJI shows the DJI Avata center whoop style. But see,
No.
they're showing,
That's
Here
it.
with-
That's it right there. That's what it looks like.
what, this one down here or the, or,
No, that one up there. That one down there is the FPV drone, but this is another. The one above it is the FPV one.
okay. But this, it's like a center
Yeah.
whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah, that thing looks pretty cool.
yeah.
I'm not sure when they plan on putting it out there.
Corey Mono put a link in too.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah,
Is that it right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it looks pretty different.
Yeah, nothing I'd be interested in.
yeah.
Looks pretty small.
Yeah, it does look kind of tiny, doesn't it?
It's something you can like fly through obstacles and stuff.
Yeah, bounce it off everything because it's got the flying
Yeah, it's
indoors.
got-
You gotta,
It's got a camera on it.
Yeah, camera's down here.
It looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like the size of almost looks like the size of one of these guys.
yeah.
Justin.
Just in
Just
time.
in.
Lenny.
What's up?
Hey,
Justin, you gonna get that new DJI FPV drone that they just came out with that like looks like a-
Vandy or Avata body.
I didn't see the,
I don't think it's available. Corey
I
put a
saw
link in the Corey put a link in the chat.
I saw a picture of it, but everybody was saying it was a concept picture. It wasn't, they don't know if it was the actual one.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna look at it real quick.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Yeah, one of my buddies was talking to me about it. He sent me a picture of it. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, being
I don't know. Do we
FPV
know
and
if
all that
that's,
shit.
do we even know if that's legit or is that just a photo that Corey found?
I don't know.
But if it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to
Phil,
look at it one more time.
looks like a UFO. Huh.
I don't know. It looks beat up like somebody's had it for a while and then like maybe they just put a DJI sticker on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
What the hell's that QR code on there? Anybody tried scanning that? Hold on.
Well, DJI is going to deliver something. Then they go to the FCC website. You can get, if they're applying for licensing or whatever.
Not you, Paul. Phone.
It came from It's Multi, from that guy on Twitter who leaked all the DJI stuff. Like I said, DJI don't have to advertise it. They just let it leak out, and then they, everybody starts searching it, going, "Oh, okay, it's cool, it's cool." They never have to advertise. One time their DJI used to have a, whole, big stage performance, and all that crap, like Apple. Then all of a sudden they quit doing that.
Mike says it's real. It came from. What's up, Mike? What's up, Corey? Yeah, but who the hell is that guy that supposedly does all these leaks and where does he get this information from? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody said the other day that a family member used to work for DJI, but they don't anymore.
Maybe he's got somebody on the inside, right?
Now, when somebody puts a leak out, that means that that it could be or possibly be coming out, right?
Well, I mean, if the leak's legit, then it's exactly what it is, right? But the problem is you don't know whether the leak is real or not.
Yeah, that's what
That's the
I'm trying to figure
problem.
out what leaks means. When somebody puts a leak out, like what does leak
Oh,
mean?
it's plenty.
But a leak is a leak, right? This is what DJI has, but the consumer doesn't really know whether that leak is 100% or not. Now, like I said, this one guy said that I think somebody was
No.
talking about the other day. They said that he used to have a family member or something that worked for DJI that doesn't anymore. So I don't even know if that's the case. Is his leaks any more legit anymore? You know what I'm saying? Are they legit still or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
That drone just looked a little beat up, like somebody's had it a while, though. If you look at it real close, there's a lot of scratches and shit on it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're testing it really hard, beating the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just no idea. I mean, if they're going to get into the whole FPV market, they need to come up with just more than one design at a time, right? Because DJI,
yeah.
Unlike the camera drones, DJI could come out with a different design, 10 different designs every 6 months of $200-300 FPV drones and people will buy them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep coming up with designs and different body styles and all that.
Yeah.
Where the camera drones, you're pretty much fixated on just trying to
Yeah,
build
on
the
Mavic,
best cameras and stuff.
yeah. Everything is so fixated on the Mavic design.
Oops.
But I just think they need to come out with more than just one at a time. Like they need to come out with 2 or 3 different designs of one. And have them all do something a little bit different that the other one doesn't, right? Gives people a little bit of options. Gets people more interested. Because even though you got the hard FPV guys like Corey, there's always going to be new people wanting to come in and they're going to buy that kind of stuff. look like eating another ice cream bar there, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm making, or Sarah, Kelsey's making some shrimp Alfredo for dinner.
So Kelsey makes the shrimp Alfredo. Wow, that's cool.
We had,
Yeah.
we had, we had, chicken.
A chip.
We
He
had
had.
a.
Hey, Justin. He had a chip.
We had chicken Alfredo last night for dinner.
I'll
chose-
have some pork steak later.
Hey, hey, Kim, how you doing?
How you doing, Kim?
Hey, how you doing? Take it everybody's well there?
Is Kim his daughter or his wife?
No. No.
No.
TJ, that's as good as a chip.
Oh my God.
Kim and Roger live together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Kim-
Roger lives downstairs on the main floor. Kim lives upstairs.
Yes.
Oh, so it must be like his roomie.
Yeah.
That's his roomie.
Yeah, roommate. How's Roger doing there, Kim?
I'm so freaking tired.
Mr. Giggles.
What a
I'm not finished watching it yet, but here. Well, here's a link for you to watch.
not a short,
This,
not a
okay, cool.
shorty, not a
No,
shorty.
okay. Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Green chicken curry.
Green chicken curry dinner. Ah.
Oh, sounds pretty good.
I don't think I've ever had curry chicken.
I think I had it once.
That's Indian food, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
Asian.
think. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually had Indian food. To be honest with you,
You can
truthfully
go
honest.
to most Chinese restaurants and order curry chicken too. It's made with curry powder, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah. Oh, I think so.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Had green chicken
Uh,
curry. Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Oh
there's
yeah,
Paul's drone.
Indians love their
Huh?
curry powder like Mexicans love chili powder.
Paul, I seen your drone there, eh?
Oh, in where?
On that link I showed you.
Oh, okay.
We could barely see it because it was out of focus at the time, but I could see the flashing green light there going up the side of the ship. But anyway, that link, if anybody want to check it out, that was that ship that went up through last night. Paul was doing it, so he filmed it. So
Oh, you can see it off the bow at the 120 mark. 1 minute,
Yeah.
20 seconds, and then the ship goes by.
yeah,
Did you scan that that QC
Uh,
code on that drone, Justin?
yeah.
Well,
I
Yeah,
tried to scan it. It wouldn't scan though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tried to do
Kim,
it with-
Paul's doing pretty good. But what was it, 2-3 weeks ago? You lost
Yeah.
the Air 2S, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey, look who else is here, Ron. What's up, Ron?
okay. So Corey Mano said he secured a drone job yesterday. What should I be charged for 2 spots? One of his cottage, another on some of the land he owns by the water, and probably a couple acres. Depends how far you gotta travel. Second of all, is it picture or video? or both. Yeah. Okay, so here's my mainly photo, ortho photos, and a few short videos. No editing.
Man, I
Oh,
wanna
if you
scan
don't
this-
have to go too far, I'd be looking. Well, you got 2 spots though too, right? Another some land he owns by the water, probably a couple acres.
Somebody needs to try to scan those QR codes on that drone. I wanna see what it takes you to, but I can't, if I can get it to do it and it's seeing it clear as day.
No,
We don't know exactly. I lost signal on next to that ship. And I was right underneath the bridges and it never reconnected. And there's 2 theories. One is it just hovered till it crashed, or it went into return to home mode, which I had set for 225 feet. So it would have gone up and either one of 2 things, hit the bridge and fell into the water, or the sensors would have seen the bridge at the last minute and it would have hovered there until the battery went out and then came down in the water.
Oh, you're talking about that day your Air 2S
Yeah,
went
yeah.
5?
Yep.
Hey Corey, have you tried scanning those QR codes yourself to see if you could get them? I wanna see what the hell they take you to. There's 2 QR codes on that drone that I can see. And I can see them clear as day with my phone, but it's not scanning them. So I'm wondering if it's some kind of factory QR code or something.
Yeah. Oh, did I see a guy driving a truck? Oh, yeah, there he is. Hey, Mr. Ron.
Mr. Ron.
He was in there for a little bit.
As
Yeah.
he hides, I was watching the ship here going by, trying to catch Paul's drone in it.
Are you headed over to your night job?
Yep, heading over,
How far you got to go?
like 90 miles. Down the
So
road
did
for a
I
little
hear?
bit.
So did I hear right that this morning there's something about you're doing a helicopter job?
Yeah, this afternoon.
Doing that tonight, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're, I think they got one person out right now on a medical. And then summer vacations come up, I'll be up there a lot more. So I'd rather go up there, I kind of like it up there. But this is what they call a call out shift. So they pay me for my drive time, they pay me for my mileage, and they pay me time and a half plus $10 an hour extra. So it's not a bad deal. It's kind of a hard shift to turn down. It's a pain in the ass driving 90 miles, but the money's worth it.
Yeah.
Ron, you know, they paid Sarah 50 cents a mile to go to that training for those 2 weeks. It was like
Oh yeah,
$100, I think.
yeah. That's what they, I think here in North Dakota, it's 54 or 56 cents a mile, something like that. Each state is different.
When she told me, but see, my company, they just give you an extra $3.75 an hour. Like they don't pay you actually by the miles.
Oh,
They
really?
just yeah, they just give you an extra $3.75 an hour while you're working.
Well, he's driving a company truck though, too.
Yeah, you're driving a company truck.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about if you have to drive your personal vehicle to go do training when you first start.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be making $18.75 an hour when you first start. So they don't actually pay you by the mile. They just give you an extra $3.75 an hour.
It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know whether you guys will still be on. If you're around, I'll give you a tour of the new building up there.
Oh,
It's really
cool.
nice. It takes me about an hour 15 to get over there.
So where's this at, Ron?
This is over in Bismarck.
Oh, Bismarck. Okay.
It's about 90 miles east of Dickinson.
Mm.
It helps if I do the speed limit too. I might get there a little faster.
Heck was that?
That was a
Like I
bridge.
said, like Paul was saying about the Carafresh, like I said before, I don't think you need to buy it though as much as you fly over water.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, when you went over that bridge, Ron, it almost sounded like a Star Wars audio, like where it goes, "Arr!" you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when Paul's at the edge of the water and the drone's going down, you sit there and salutes.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about that a couple times, Paul, after you did that flight, and I'm just wondering, you know, it kind of made me a little skittish now if it's foggy, because I've actually had, I've had occasions where I've been in the sun and my drone, I have to turn the sensors off. You know, when I go to return back or something, it's at a right angle with the sun or something, it stops. You know, from the sunspots or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's so much. The sad part of it is I wish that a diver or something would recover it and I could at least maybe revive the SD card to at least see what
What
Yeah,
actually
it's on board.
happened.
Well, technically, if you could
Yeah.
recover it still, you could still use your coverage. I
Well,
mean,
but
there's
you
no
already got
limit
that
on how
discount.
long.
He's already used the discount though.
Yeah, but that didn't count towards his Carafresh though, right?
Yeah.
Technically, it didn't.
Well,
Well, really, I guess, because they just did that out of goodwill, right?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you could still recover it, technically, you should still be able to use it.
Okay, Kim, have a good dinner.
Is that salt water or fresh water in that where you're at? That
Fresh
runs
Right.
through
It's fresh
there? Oh,
water.
okay. Yeah, so that SD card might still be
Oh, yeah, yeah. Get, I don't, well, you know, as long as with the battery, it didn't short it out, but I doubt it, but you know,
oh, if it was salt water, it would have ate through all that shit already.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Besides the plastic.
I'll go, no.
That makes you wonder how many drones are down in that water. You could just empty
Yeah.
that river for a day.
Yeah.
Amount of shit you'd find
Oh,
down
all
there.
kinds of stuff. Well, the divers come up with guns. They come up with all kinds of stuff, knives.
Bodies.
But yeah, well, a gun would go down a lot quicker because no plastic in there. You just down and go. You go a little bit, but not like that plastic in the drone. It would kind of go quite an angle.
Well, it wasn't that long ago, just south of south end of Port Huron, somebody drove a truck in and into the water, and they died, and they found it the next day
Yeah.
with the person dead inside.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Lynn. They got some pretty big muskies that are going that river.
Yeah,
They'd take a nip out of you. Yeah. They wouldn't
Makes-
eat you, but I think they'd
makes-
bite you.
makes you wonder if some of the bigger fish aren't territorial, like sharks and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, if you were sitting on a dock, had your feet hanging over the sides, flashing a bit, I wouldn't doubt even a pike alone. You know,
Yeah.
because didn't they pull big sturgeons out of there too?
Oh, big sturgeons. Yep, they're 20 feet
Yeah.
long.
Just you know,
Yep, big sturgeons.
but those muskies, because what the muskies, you got to throw them back in if they're under 4 feet. So,
Oh, really?
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, if they're under 4 feet, you can't keep them.
Justin must have left.
But I tell you, they put up one hell of a fight though. Oh,
He's probably digging into that shrimp Creole or whatever it's making.
yeah.
You mean shrimp Alfredo? What the hell's shrimp Creola?
Uh,
Shrimp Creole. It's a southern
I'm
dish.
making-
Shrimp
I'm
Creole.
making shrimp Creole.
Yeah,
I've never
Lincoln,
caught
they
a
do have
muskie,
it.
Paul.
What's that, Ron?
No?
No, I've never caught a muskie before because I've
Oh,
never
wow.
fished for 'em either.
Have you ever caught a pike?
Never caught a pike.
Well, I'm
Wow.
gonna say they're just like a monster pike is what they are, almost like,
Are they?
but like,
Pike
Eatable or
looks
no?
like a alligator with fins.
but they're really long and narrow, eh? Yeah.
Are they good
but-
eating fish at all, or?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Pike
If
is.
you, well, the one reason they call them musky because they really stink.
Yeah, they got a musky
Really?
smell.
Oh yeah, they can ruin your lures. Because what happens if you happen to grab a lure to use for something else? Might as well throw that lure away because the scent goes to it. And the fish won't go near it.
Huh.
Yeah, because
There's guys that won't even put a muskie in their boat. They're
That's a-
outside of the
that's a
boat.
predatory fish, and all the other fish, man, no way.
Yeah, yeah.
But you hear of a lot of guys liking to fish for them.
hmm Oh yeah, because they're such a fighting fish, eh? They really,
Oh.
they're big time fighters.
Huh.
Oh, they'll come right out of the water. just
Out of the
head-
water and
go
dance.
back.
Yeah.
They practically dance in the water.
Yeah, because believe it or not, some people don't believe it, but fish have a very keen sense of smell. And you'll laugh at this. My last trip to Alaska, my two buddies, every time they got within 20, 30 feet of me, I'm like, why the hell am I smelling garlic? And I'm like, all right, you bastards, what are you using over there? So I thought we all had the same bait. Well, here, they were soaking we use squid and some other salmon bellies. What we use
Oh,
for
yeah.
bait for the halibut.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
but what they were doing is soaking them in this garlic sauce. And I've actually used this stuff for trout. You can actually buy it at Walmart. But we found this stuff online. It's for halibut. It's kind of very similar. It's got a very strong garlic smell. It's
Yeah.
halibut. They call it butt sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a container of it. I'll be taking it with me.
I'm waiting to hear back from my sister, Ron. She says, "Oh, I got a text message from her. She's, oh, you got some extra money?" I said, and she never came back to me. What the hell's that about? I said, well, with big question mark. I'll talk to you later. But she says, I'm checking it out, but I got a real good deal on Alaskan cruise.
Oh, really?
So something about a free stateroom.
Oh,
So I don't know. We'll see. She's gonna look into it a little bit more. She got it while she was on the road. So she's been gone for 5 days. She just got home a little while ago. So
yeah, I bet you they are putting on some good deals. They just, they were shut down for so long.
yeah.
They lost a lot of money trying to
Yeah.
get people back.
Well, it's not that the cruise is a lot of money, but it's the airfare from here to there. Like we're in Canada. I mean, I could probably drive down to Detroit and get a cheaper airfare, but
That's right.
but
You're on the east side.
there's one that flies out of Hamilton. They go to Abbotsford, BC, but it's another almost 100 miles to the coast. So you have to figure another way of getting,
Oh,
back and
wow,
forth,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get off and get some coffee. The one and only exit that has something for about another 70 miles.
well, you better stop and grab one then for that road trip.
Yeah. It's not what's that place you always go to?
Tim Hortons?
Tim Horton, but
Yeah,
it's convenience store coffee.
yeah. I used to
there-
drive truck, so
Was there a Bucky's anywhere?
A what?
A Bucky's?
We don't have Bucky's.
Isn't Bucky's
Uh,
a Texas thing?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, they, yeah, I drink a lot of Tim Hortons, but the thing is, I used to drive transport and I drank every type of coffee there is, especially at truck stops.
Mm.
You got a lot of nice gas stations. There's a Racetrack, Pilot. Those are really usually really nice.
Yeah,
Yep,
right.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay,
The Pilot gas stations are usually really nice. It's like a little mini shopping mall in there. They have all kinds of shit in there you can buy.
She parked, if I go all the way to the door and she don't go outside, I'm gonna kick her butt. Oh, she's standing at the door this time. Damn beagles. Oh, it's
Somebody-
pissing rain here right now. She won't stay out long.
Somebody posted a thing on Facebook a couple months ago about how 7-Eleven was owned by China. And I said, no, it's not. It's owned by a Japanese
Come
company.
Yeah.
It's actually a Japanese company that owns 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Yeah, Chinese, Japanese, Chinese. Look at these.
I don't know. Japanese and Chinese are completely different. If you had to support one of them, you definitely want to support the Japanese.
Meeting.
Yeah, pretty dull down there.
Shit going on down there.
Oh, I just said it's what, it feels like 90 some down there.
91, it feels like you said right there now. Yep, I told you, she
Oh,
wouldn't be
yeah.
out there long.
Oh yeah, Love's gas stations are nice too, Lynn. But Pilot and Love's are really aimed towards truckers too, so they've always had really nice gas stations.
Oh, I see it.
I could be mistaken, but I'm gonna screen share again.
Yeah.
Because
Damn
I have a
dog.
question, maybe you guys would know, all right? Screen share. With that kind of heat out, it can't be good for that horse to be sitting there at the side of the road, just sitting there like that, would it?
You wouldn't think so. Hopefully they're giving them water once in a while.
Over to the right.
How
Over
long
here.
has the horse been sitting there? Go back.
Well, as long as we've been watching.
I'm just saying, go back and see how long it's actually been sitting there.
Okay, let's go back.
Like
a
just
little
skip back like an hour or so.
I just noticed it until now.
It's always there. All the okay, so it hasn't been there that long.
Oh,
I
I
know.
think it backed up. Could see
I
there
can
it
almost-
is there.
I can almost bet you though that there's some division in their sheriff's department or local police department that moderates or like monitors all that stuff. Like animal control or something that they have to come by and they have to probably do inspections and all that stuff on the horses. And I'm sure there's some kind of city thing that deals with that.
There it comes.
Let's just
Right.
face it, a lot of people love
10 minutes
horses.
ago.
What's that, the old geezers club going in?
Yeah. So it parked there 10 minutes ago.
What does chucking down here mean? Filipina. Does that mean it's raining?
Yeah, it would be rain.
Okay, so like a
She's over.
slang term for raining.
She's over in the neighborhood, not real close to, but over with Little Llama Laura.
It must be like a slang term for raining.
I don't know, Lynn, there's supposed to be a few days on and off for rain, so
Gotcha, Filipino.
I think they're calling for some severe thunderstorms Saturday night there. Yeah.
Surprisingly, it hasn't rained here much at all the last couple weeks. Like, usually it's raining around this time of year nonstop.
This is your rainy season, isn't it, Justin?
Yeah, and it hasn't really rained much at all in the past 2-3 weeks. Couple times. Usually it rains every freaking day. You'll get at least 2 to 4 hours worth of rain.
Next week, I think. I don't
What?
rain.
Got rain right there.
Well, at least in my area, the thunderstorms seem to always start around 1 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like they always seem to kind of like every once in a while you'll wake up and it'll be raining all day, but the storms are always pretty consistent in the afternoon times.
Hey, Justin. I always hesitate to ask this question online, but should be asking. But have you ever heard from Jim?
No. Honestly, I haven't even tried contacting him because he just would never answer me back. So
I wrote him an email about 2-3 weeks ago, and obviously no response. I just
Jim from Jim's Droning.
no.
no.
How about Jim from Above and Beyond Drones? We did a show with him about 4 months ago, and he just fell off. And quit YouTube.
Kick her in the face.
Yeah, because that's the answer.
No, I honestly, Ron, I just even stopped trying to contact him because he never would respond back. So I just kind of
Yeah,
gave
that
up.
was my last time. You know, and the thing of it is, I thought I talked a little sense into him. Why did my cruise control kick on? And I said, hey, Jim, I told him I understood everything that he was trying to
Stop!
say, but I said, hey, you got some friends on here, and all you got to do is write 2 words. I'm okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. But obviously that didn't sink in.
It's been a good over 3 months since I talked to him last.
Yeah. Well,
I messaged him every day for like 3 weeks, and he responded back to me one time and just said thanks. And then that was it. That was the last time I spoke to him. And then I tried to contact him for about a week after that and still no response. So I just gave up because it's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to keep messaging somebody that's not going to respond back to me.
yeah. I'm
Not like
surprised
it wasn't a lack of trying. You know?
his channel's still up, isn't it?
Honestly, I haven't even gone to it at all. That's all that happened. Like I said, it wasn't a lack of trying. I tried numerous times.
And he still kept that Facebook page up, the one that everybody could submit to.
Holy shit, dude. It's been, hold on. Okay, it was 3 months ago. We had that one.
Yeah.
Going on damn near 4 months.
Yeah. Well, his last
Yeah,
show was
sure.
about 3-4 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, his channel's still up.
Yeah, it's pretty sparse down there.
Yeah, not a lot of people there. Huh. Hey, Robert Glazier and David Preston. All right. We hadn't seen Laura, so Dave must be
Dave filling in, yep.
filling in for her, I guess. Yeah.
Did I hear earlier, Paul, that Kim was in your chat there?
Yeah, he was in a little earlier. He was talking with Paul Hodges and everybody and
Yeah, Kim. Yeah, it was Kim.
I don't see those guys on much anymore.
No, I think they do a lot of private Zooms. I don't think they do a lot of
public.
regular live streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wasn't Roger supposed to go in for an operation?
Well, that's
Yeah.
been going on for 2 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think they finally got a date. I thought it was this spring, but I haven't heard. Yeah. Dave says Laura's watching TV. Oh, she don't want to talk to us, eh? Well, okay, fine.
Oh, Murray Filipina's asking about your favorite restaurant.
Filipina.
Breakfast balls.
It's a martini bar.
That's the
Teeny
teeny
Martini
martini.
Bar.
Filipina, you can pull that up. It's a live stream on YouTube. It's from St. Augustine, Florida. The Teeny Martini Bar. You just type in the search up there. That camera goes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
There ain't nothing going on at 3 a.m. there, though.
Nope.
They're not open at 3 a.m, are they?
No,
I
no,
think they
but the
close
camera's
at,
still going.
Yeah, I think
cameras,
they close
think
at
they're
2,
out of
right?
operation.
Yeah,
Don't they close at 2 like any other bar?
I think most times, yes.
I think there's a hurricane about to occur over in over where David and Laura are. Over in the UK.
Not a hurricane. We would have heard about that because those come off the coast of Africa.
Well, it says getting ready for a massive storm heading our way. so-
I think she was just talking about like a thunderstorm.
Uh,
Because the thing is those hurricanes usually come off the coast of Africa, then they'll go into the Atlantic Ocean and whip up, and then they'll either curve north or they'll come our direction towards the west or the east side of the United States. But see, we've been lucky the last couple of years, damn lucky. Every fucking hurricane that's almost hit Florida has either went around it or completely just scooped up and went back out into the ocean.
oh yeah, true.
It's like we've had a deflection shield on the last 2-3 years. But we're overdue, that's for damn sure. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
How far in from the coast are you, Justin?
I'm dead center in the state.
Oh,
I always tell people I'm dead center length and width-wise. Like I said, we're overdue for a big hurricane.
Yeah, we definitely need some rain for sure.
not like we need it.
Because Irma wasn't but a Cat 3, right? We haven't had a Cat 5 in Florida in probably 10 years, if not more.
Well, Nevada's in a, speaking of drought, what is that, Lake Powell? Out there where the Hoover Dam is?
Oh yeah, that thing's
Down.
half empty.
Yeah. And then I saw a video today on it, and then there's another one that kind of feeds into it out of Colorado. And they say it's down at 24% of what it was in 1999.
If you look at the
thing
if
down
you
there-
look at the Hoover Dam, you can see the water line of where it normally
used to
was. Yeah, and it's like almost 50, 60 feet from the top of where the water line used to be.
Yeah.
The
But
towers
that's-
are
Power
Do what?
plant there. Those people are
Yeah.
going to be hurt.
well, that's why they need to build a desalinization plant and start pumping water in from the coast and filling it back up. I mean, it ain't nothing for us to run a pipeline these days. It's not a big task for the human, the human race these days to put up a pipeline. They could do that in 6 months. You were getting ice cream. I'm eating shrimp Alfredo, Filipina.
Uh,
Definitely not ice cream.
is King Phantom.
So Justin, how is that shrimp Creole? Is it good?
It's delicious.
For you.
Oh, look at that, Justin. You made Filipina have to go get some ice cream.
I don't know if she thought I was eating ice cream, but I'm eating shrimp Alfredo.
He follows it up with shrimp Creole.
So-
I guess it kind of looks like ice cream if you're looking at it from the side.
Yeah, Lynn says that Paul Hodges is the ice cream king here.
Oh yeah, I usually have one a night.
I don't eat ice cream very often, and very just small amounts, right, Lenny?
I mean, I don't know. We've kind of sticking to eating like frozen yogurt and I don't know, sherbet, I guess.
Yeah, but Paul, you used to get to have all those fat boys all the time. I haven't seen you eat one of them
version
for a
of ice
while.
cream.
I haven't bought any of those in a while.
Good.
Yeah,
Those big fat ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, big fat
Yeah.
ice cream sandwich, square about that
Big-
big and about that thick. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Ellen said
they
bull.
sell those out at
Okay.
Sam's Club in the box.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But Bob Glazier says I'm putting together a video of the Hoover Dam and Lake Mead. Well, that'd be cool.
There you
Me,
go,
that's
Robert.
not Lake Powell.
You have to let us
That's
know
what
when you
they s-
post it.
That's what they seriously need to do, though. They need to put a desalinization plant on the coast of California and start pumping fucking water in there
Yeah.
and fill it back up.
Well, but the thing, what's holding them back from doing that? I don't understand.
California.
Because like Australia's done it they got a couple big ones there.
It's California. That's the answer to everything.
Yeah, that's true.
If it was Florida, we would have had 15 up already and had the lake twice as filled. Well, and two, you got to think too, Paul. You got one state that needs the water, and then you got a state that's ran like by idiots, and so you're trying to interstate mingle a program like that. Oh, it's a nightmare. With two states trying to
Southern
work together.
California is in a drought.
Do what?
Southern California is in a terrible drought. They ought to be pumping water in their own state.
But
Yeah.
California, don't they get a lot from Las Vegas area?
Yeah, a lot of the, almost all of Las Vegas is powered by the Hoover Dam,
Yeah,
and I think they power into California as well.
yeah.
Yeah, California buys a lot of that power.
Excuse me.
But see, this was the thing too, is like 20 years ago, I-15 that goes into Vegas from California is only 2 lanes each way. The casinos told California, we'll pay to make the 15 4 lanes each way from Vegas all the way to Barstow, California. You're talking about a couple hundred miles at $1 million a mile, roughly is what it costs. They offered to pay for it. The casinos were all going to get together and pay for this to be done because they wanted a bigger freeway. So traffic didn't get so backed up coming in and out of Vegas every weekend. California made a big old stink because they wanted to use their engineers and wouldn't let Vegas use theirs. Nevada use theirs. I was like, who the hell gives a shit? Another state is offering to pay for you to redo your freeways. And you're going to make a big deal of whose engineers are going to do it. Like, really? Makes no fucking sense.
I see Dre is in there. He said they do have a salination plant there in San Diego, but too many ocean protection people cry it will hurt the coastal wildlife. What?
So,
Because the pipeline is down underneath in the water way out where they suck
Well,
it in from. It's not like they do it at the shore. Like,
Oh.
Jesus. I mean, our water here comes from Lake Erie. There's a pipeline out in the lake, but it's, down at the bottom. Like,
Told you, it makes no sense, Paul.
I was just watching that video of pictures there. Robert Glazier did. It's pretty cool. Niagara Falls there in New York.
I wonder if they were gonna try in that water, or was that cloud seeding like Dubai and shit was doing?
Yeah.
I don't know if that actually worked, but
What's that?
the cloud seeding where they drop
Oh, the cloud seeding.
silver,
Yeah.
they put that silver ionized or whatever, the ionized
Yeah,
silver
yeah.
in the atmosphere. It's supposed to create rain clouds.
But I think was it down at the bottom end of Australia? They got a great big salination plant down there. I've seen a video on it, how they built it and everything else.
I think the only biggest problem with those is just, I think the salt byproduct from it.
Yeah.
It does, like, there's a lot of it, and I don't think they really have a use for it. If they could find a use for it, it'd be perfect, right?
Mhm.
Like if you could find some kind of like, food use or something, planting or some kind of agriculture use for it,
Yeah.
then it would be perfect. I'm sure somebody will figure out something to use it for.
Huh.
That's how some of the best products were made, were from byproducts like Cheetos. Just a byproduct of corn.
Oh, this is the most boring state in the world to drive through. Just nothing but fields.
No wildlife?
You see any wildlife? No wildlife?
No, couple cows.
It's like driving to the fat part of Texas. Oh my God, you want to talk about boring?
It's almost all flat. Hardly any trees. There's certain parts of the state that are somewhat, you got the Badlands of North Dakota. They're not like the Badlands of South Dakota, though. It's not quite as nice. That's about it.
I just looking at Robert Glazier. He got another video he just put out. Agua Verde Castle, Vale, Arizona. Guy did a nice job, but holy crap, that's kind of cool. But right on the freaking mountaintop, this place. Wow.
That's
But
funny.
geez, I
Steve.
wouldn't want to take groceries in that house. I hope they deliver them by helicopter or something. Wow.
Or deliver anything.
Oh, here, I'm over on one side here. Maybe that's a driveway.
You
What
see
are you
what
guys looking at?
That one,
he said, Justin, don't worry. If you take all the toilet in Las Vegas hotels and put them end to end, there would be a toilet every 1/8 mile from San Bernardino to Las
San
Vegas.
Bernardino.
Because San Bernardino.
Steve Carpenter is in the chat. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hey,
The yeah, the weather's just been yucky here. Same there, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it's pouring rain here right now, but I think it's gonna be gone pretty soon. Well, it still says rain, but I went to let Gracie out a few minutes ago and it was still pouring out here. So
Yeah.
It's in the 70s today, and I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be 70s tomorrow, Friday. They're calling for rain and snow.
Snow.
Yeah.
no. Oh, no. Let there be snow. Oh, no.
well, they're calling for frost just north of us here last night or tonight. I forget.
Well, Ron, there's always Florida.
So thank you.
Uh,
Much as I bitch about the boring drive, the no traffic,
Yeah, because they're
bet
just
we
saying
get-
here from heat to frost, Ontario's May long weekend may challenge your plans.
Well, we're gonna get frost, are we?
Well, did you see the temperature for Friday and Saturday, Paul?
No.
It's going to be 81 and 82 degrees, but it's going to feel like 91 and 93. And then Sunday, the high is 61, is gonna feel like 59. But where they say Sunday night, it's going down to 43 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Wow.
So, but part of the north, it's gonna be frost or
Be in the 30s, yeah.
yeah. Probably all that crap coming from Ron's area.
That's it. Blame me.
Sure you don't want to come, you're sure you don't want to come around? It's only like
Mm.
30 minutes for every quarter mile you drive. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. I just drove
Hey.
53 miles since I spoke to you or started talking to you guys, and I stopped for coffee.
Yeah.
That's only went about 45 minutes.
Well, I
Were
went
you-
up to do that sign today up at April Wash. I was an hour and 11 minutes getting there and an hour and 12 minutes coming home.
But weren't you talking about buying a place down in Florida, Ron?
Huh, wrong dude.
You see his head snap? Ooh, what?
That was,
Yeah, he
that
was
was,
buying a
A-
vacation
that
condo.
was AZ was looking, right? Wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, not
Yeah.
this guy.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Dave. Lynn said she just
Steve.
came outside. You can hear the waves. Got some new neighbors.
That
You
place
didn't
looks
like my
awful
comment the other night?
there.
Hey, Steve. So how you doing?
No audio.
No audio.
No audio, eh? He's working on it. Trying to fix his problems there. Nope, still nothing there, Steve. Yeah, sign language.
Sign language.
Mr. Chuckles.
Nope, nothing yet, Steve. Well, it looked like, Paul, you weren't the only one having sound problems today.
Yeah, I was having problems earlier.
You didn't like, I called him a Biden supporter the other night.
Good. Uh-oh, he's connecting to audio now. Oh,
Oh.
there he goes.
Hey, try now, Steve.
Got it now?
Yeah.
Yo, hey, we're good.
Hmm.
Lynn said
Who's
she's
the-
sitting under the awning. I have a great comfy chair Paul bought me.
Well, the thing of it is, Steve, is that Mr. Giggles had an audio problem earlier today. He was at the library and they kept shushing him because he was.
So did they close the library down?
Yeah, they closed it down because I couldn't keep my laugh under control. Like, sir, if you can't keep your laughter under control, we're gonna have to close this library down. You have
I'd
to
have
go
just
outside.
cold clocked you with an old encyclopedia. I'd have done the trick.
Started throwing books at him.
So how you doing, Ron?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Good. Are you on your way to or from?
To the second location. I'm all over up
He's
here
working helicopter shift, what, tonight and tomorrow or just tonight?
tonight. I was up here yesterday for a class. Off tomorrow, I think. But then work my normal shift Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
So he's
Oh.
driving all over.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
him they need him to work the helicopter, which is
Yeah.
what you said, about 90 miles away.
Yep.
You'd have thought, Steve,
Yeah.
they would have come with the helicopter and picked him up.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but believe it or
Yeah.
not, they're not cheap to run.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
let's think about that for a second. How much does it cost for fuel in his truck versus the aviation fuel for that turbine copter and the maintenance per minute on that copter?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I know a private helicopter here for training. It's $1,000 an hour.
Is that what it's
I would
up to?
pay that to pick up Ron's truck off the ground.
I think with what is 100 hours here, I think what they said right now, it's $113,000 right now to go for your helicopter license.
Yeah, it's cheaper to get your fixed wing license.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Much
it's only about
cheaper.
8 grand here.
Yeah.
Well, it's for just your fixed wing, but then by the time you get all your certifications and everything else, that's where it
Yeah,
comes in. You're talking about $100,000 almost by the time you're done.
Oh, for helicopter, yeah. I mean, time you get your twin engine, your IFR rating, all that, yeah.
No, I'm just talking about a fixed wing so you can get in to do it. I know my cousin, his son, he went and just took regular general aviation and kept on going. And now he is got the captain's seat and he's flying the big the 380s for American Airlines.
And they're phasing them out too now, eh?
What's that?
Aren't they
380s?
phasing out the A380s?
Yeah. The big huge ones?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, they
those are-
should have not built them anymore because they're going back down to the 320 or 350 now or something.
Yeah,
I know
but
they
there's still,
phased out the MD-80, is it the 80 or the 88? The MD-80.
yeah.
I know they phased them out a couple years ago.
Mhm. But the big boys with the, the triple deckers that they got, he's flying those things and he's flying like from here to Asia and like
Right,
South
777.
America. So he's flying the long flights where they've got 2 and 3 complete crews on board.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
actual behind the pilot cabin up front. Don't they have a regular like quarters for them to sleep and all that?
Right. Plus down below too, down in like the cargo hold area, there's a whole area going down below and it's a full area there and they've got like restroom facility down there for them and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look, for 20
had
bucks,
a-
I was gonna say, for 20 bucks, I'll teach you guys how to just run around with your arms out making airplane noises. I'll save you a lot of money.
But I had a cousin, but I had a cousin that he got his private pilot's license and then he started going for his commercial rating. But he was working for a company in Alberta called Dome Petroleum. They had a King Air, I think it was, and he was flying right seat on it, and then then to the captain's chair, and then they turned over and went to jets from the King Air. They paid for his training all the way through, but he ended up working for Air Canada. And it was like what you were saying there. He would fly into Asia all the time, right?
Mhm.
Like he was just all over the world. Then he got tired of that. So then he just started flying North America, but he can even fly the Huey helicopters, but he's retired now. But it's just amazing where all the places he's been, right? Australia and Asia, all over,
Lenny says if you join the military, you get free flight training.
Yeah,
Yeah, but good luck trying to get into the military.
yeah.
1 in 1,000 qualify for flight school.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
just to
that's a-
qualify. That's not, that'll complete it. By the time it's done, it's like, I think it's 1/4. So, and technically it'd be, 0.25 of the 1,000 actually end up getting their certification.
Well, you have
Yeah,
to
well-
score really high on the entry exam anyway to even, because the Air Force and the Navy, if I'm not mistaken, are the 2 hardest to get into.
Mhm.
And you have to score really high on that entrance exam when you go to the recruiting station.
Yeah.
Was it the ASFAB?
Mhm.
How do you say it?
Mm.
I think I-
Yeah,
As
I
fast.
think the Air Force is the hardest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Like,
That's
you have
where
to-
Lynn started out flying jets in the Air Force.
Mhm. But in all fairness, because I got to fly with a naval aviator that he ended up going into the Air Force reserves, and he was my flight instructor going through medical training, flight air training at George Air Force Base. Ron knows where that is, up in Victorville. It's closed down now, but he actually was a Blue Angel pilot, and without a doubt, you talk to them and you talk to other pilots and even in the Air Force, you talk about somebody who's talking about a carrier pilot versus a regular, land-based pilot. Those naval aviators, I'll tell you what, you take your hat off to those guys.
Especially those night landings are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck Kovaction, welcome, welcome.
Mhm.
Hey, Chuck.
Well, it's really funny. The one guy that did, he was a pilot for the Blackhawks. And during one of his lectures that he gave, he's all over YouTube. He was talking about it, that he was flying because he also was a naval aviator. And he said what saved him was he lost, the lights went out and the instrumentation went out on his aircraft. And he was having all kinds of problems. And what it was the bioluminescence was churned up by the props on the carrier. And he was able to bring that aircraft back in and land it on the carrier because of the bioluminescence laid the way for him to come back onto the carrier.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that, eh?
Did you ever see the movie
Which one?
Black Hawk Down?
Oh yeah, I'm not the Blackbird, the SR
Blackbird,
71.
the SR 71.
I thought it was like you said Black Hawk. I thought
I may have, and I apologize, but yes, I did see it, TJ. That was an outstanding movie.
Oh.
My dad has a signed book from the guy that did that movie.
From Black Hawk Down?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He has a book that's the actual book, and it's signed by the director and a couple other people.
Mhm.
That's cool.
They say that movie and the actual events were really super close to realism.
Yeah.
Well, movies always twist a few little things, right? Because they don't want it to be fucking just, ugh.
Boring.
Yeah, nothing's. They're never 100%, but there are movies that are super close.
Well,
Yeah,
on that,
one of them.
on that set, I heard not only was it the guy, one of the guys that was, a part of the mission, that they had other consultants on board, and they really held the director, even though the writer didn't have it in, they actually changed the script along the way to make sure it was more accurate than it was originally written for the screenplay.
All right, I'm lost now. What was going on with Chuck's mom?
They had to rush her to the hospital. She's having a little bit of heart problem. So
Oh,
The
no.
blockage.
Oh wow.
Sorry to hear that, Chuck. Prayers, man.
yeah, they sound like they found a blockage, but hopefully
Hope
she's
she gets
fixed up
better.
now for a while. So yeah.
Hey, it's better you find it than find out later that you had it when the
Yeah.
shit really
Yeah.
hits the fan.
Yeah. Exactly.
The sooner you find it, the better.
Like was she having trouble breathing or something or?
No, it was in the heart. Her color wasn't good and
I
stuff.
think she was turning gray and having trouble.
Oh goodness.
The circulation of the blood.
Oh,
was-
they did a catheterization.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Mike
what.
says his dad fell off his bike, thought he was having a heart attack. He got a broken rib, so no golf for dad for a while.
No.
That's what he told everybody. He didn't want to admit he wrecked his bike.
Yeah,
Hi, Mike.
Sorry to hear that. Albert to the rescue.
Albert rescue. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, no, it was the SR-71, the Blackbird is the one that I was thinking of. If you ever get to see that on YouTube, and he goes through and he tells the story where they did they did a request for speed check, how they were talking about how because they were flying actually right out over here over the LA basin. And
I saw that. That
they
was
come
funny.
down. Oh my God. You just die laughing because you could just imagine that actually happening.
Because what it was a Cessna asked for
Yeah.
a speed check. Then it was an airliner. And
No,
then
it's
it was
a twin engine, then the airliner.
yeah, and then it was an F-18.
Yeah, some naval, and he goes, oh, then we had a naval aviator come in.
Yeah.
What video is this?
It's on YouTube. Let me see if
You
I
have
can
to find
find
it and throw a link in there. I've seen that before though. Yeah, it's a pretty funny story.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious. And it actually is a true story. It really is true. Oh, there it is, speed check. Let's see. I think this is it. Yeah. This is it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. I'm tired. I'll go lay down for a little.
Okay, Justin.
All right, Justin.
Yeah,
Take
see
care,
you,
man.
Justin.
This
Yeah,
is the,
Paul, I
la-
think I'm gonna jump off too. I'm gonna go for coffee tonight. I haven't been out to see
Okay,
them
there
for
you
about a
go.
week, so
Yeah.
this is,
I'm gonna go and see what's going on tonight.
Okay, Paul.
So, but anyways, I probably won't be here in the morning. I'll be on the road again.
Okay.
So if you want to go on, I'll
On the
still
road?
be around, but I'll be
Yeah.
on the road again.
Yep.
I gotta go to Mount Salem first thing in the morning, so.
Okay. All right, Paul. You take care.
All
Have
right.
a good time.
Yeah.
Go visit
Okay,
your
guys,
friends.
y'all have a good one. Catch you all next time on the Paul Murray Show.
All right.
Yep, see you,
Bye-bye.
Paul.
See ya.
I posted the link in there for it.
Oh, can you share it so we could all watch it, or I don't, well,
I'll let Paul do it since that's his channel, but it talks about it. So it's talking. I don't think there's any music where it'd be copyright protected.
I'll
I don't think it is. But it's hilarious.
It's called the LA Speed Story. And it was just a story about one day it was really cool being SR-71 pilot. Walter and I were doing a training mission around the United States where you just were building up hours and time. And we take off out of Beale, hit a tanker in Idaho, rip on up to Montana, zip across Denver, hang a right turn in Albuquerque, out over Los Angeles, up to Seattle, back into Sacramento, 2 hours, 21 minutes. And you just do that and you do it backwards, and you hit a tanker or two. It was just to gain crew coordination, build your hours. We're on our last training mission. We're over Tucson. I can see downtown LA from Tucson. We're at 89,000 feet. I can see the whole western United States bathed in a warm October fall glow. I can see the chain of Rocky Mountains from Canada to New Mexico. I could just see the most beautiful picture laid at my feet, and the air as smooth as glass, not a gauge moving in the cockpit. It was perfect. Now I'm thinking, we bad. And I feel sorry for Walter because he has to monitor 5 radios in the back seat, so I flipped the switch up just to listen. And LA Center is controlling, they control all, when you fly Southwest Air, the guys controlling everybody. But we're above controlled airspace. So they have us on their scope, but they're not talking to us. Now there's controllers all over the country, Jacksonville Center, Chicago Center, Seattle Center, you know. It's the same guy. They all talk the same. And it's really cool the way they talk because they make you feel important as a pilot. They don't just say, yeah, okay, here's your thing. They make you feel really cool. So sure enough, this was pre-GPS days. Some Cessna guy has to know his ground speed. LA Center, Cessna, November Tango Alpha. You got a ground speed readout for us? Now, Center would like to say, who cares? Get off free. But no, he'll talk to him like he's John Glenn. Cessna, November Alpha, we show you 90 knots, 90 knots on the ground. And they do that sing-song, but that's how they talk. And it makes you feel kind of cool. Right after that, a twin Bonanza came up to pimp the guy for speed, I guess. And LA Center, Twin Beach, whatever. You got a ground speed readout for us? And Center likes it. God, it's Friday. Why me? God, please, just get off free. But he's going to talk to him like he's Air Force One. Twin Beach, shall we show you 121, 20 knots on the ground? And right after that, a Navy F-18 out of Lemoore popped up on frequency. And you knew it was a Navy guy because he talked really slick on the radio. Center Dusty 5-2 speed check. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Dusty 5-2 has a ground speed indicator and that $1 million F-18 cockpit. It's right there in the heads-up display. Why is he calling Center to broadcast his speed? I get it. We are just the meanest, baddest, fastest military jet in the valley today. We're taking our little Hornet jet over Mount Whitney and ripping across Death Valley. We want everyone from Fresno to the coast to know what real speed is. And you can almost hear a little glee in the controller's voice, like, we have put an end to this. Dusty 5-2, we show you 620, 620 knots across the ground. And it was that across the ground. See that little knife, like, I hope nobody else has the nerve to get on frequency now. And there wasn't an airliner from Seattle to San Diego that wanted to be next on Freak. It's sort of an etiquette thing amongst flyers. And a 12-year-old was reaching for the mic button. And I thought, oh, no, wait, Walter's in charge of the radios. I flew single seat all those years, but I'm in the family model now, and I wanted, no, it's the Navy that must die, and it must die now. And I thought, no, but if I do, I'll upset Walter, and I want us to be a good crew. And at that moment, I heard a click of the mic button in the back seat. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter and I became a crew at that moment. In his best innocent voice, LA Center, Aspen 30, have you got a ground speed radar for us? You could almost hear a collective gasp on Freak, like, oh, the poor fools didn't hear the previous transmissions. Oh, they got crushed like a grape. It's just a pilot thing. But Center had to give you that same voice. Aspen 30, we show you 1,992 knots across the ground. When I knew I was going to like Walter a lot is when he came back and said, Center, we're showing a little closer to 2,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not hear another transmission on that frequency all the way to the coast. The king of speed lived, the Navy had been flamed, and a crew had been formed. For just a moment, it was absolutely fun being the fastest guys on the block.
That was pretty good.
That is funny.
That is just phenomenal. Every time I listen to that thing, it's like I just go over and over and over, just laughing. You can just imagine being in that cockpit and the guy in the back seat going, oh no, don't say nothing.
One time we were in Philadelphia going into Philly, and there was some small plane. I'm not sure if it was Cessna or what it was, but he was bickering and complaining to the controller that he wasn't given, clearance and fast enough or whatever. I forget what his problem was, but the controller told him, he said, you need to stand by. And he also told him, he said, I also have a medevac helicopter, that's going to take priority. Well, this guy come back and just kept bitching on the frequency. And finally, the controller, you want to talk about silence for a couple seconds, the controller come back on the radio and told him, Cessna, blah, 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 whatever number he was. He said, I want to hear back talk like that. I'll go home and listen to my wife. And all of a sudden, silence. And then you heard all these mics keying up and laughing. And then somebody keyed up and said, hey, you two stop that kiss and make up. And oh my God. That was one of the funniest things I ever heard on the aviation radios.
Funny. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off too. I'm getting tired myself. I've been on so many live streams today. I kind of need to take a break for a little bit.
Okay, TJ.
All right.
You could go to work.
Hey, Mr. Giggles, you keep giggling now. That's your mantra.
And
Okay.
stay out of the library.
Yeah.
I know.
Did
All
you
right,
work
y'all have
today,
a good
TJ?
Huh?
Did you work
Didn't you
today?
work?
No, not today. It was my day off.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. So on his day off, he goes to the library and disturbs the hell out of everybody trying to read.
Yeah, just laugh with my megaphone.
Maybe when it gets close to Halloween, you could dress up as a surgeon and go into an operating room and just sit there and giggle.
All right, well, y'all take care now.
Okay, TJ.
Yeah.
Take care, Tej.
You too.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, listen to that thing about the SR-71. It's just unbelievable. I know one time I was flying from, we were flying here from Orange County to Tampa, Ron, and we were going in, and we hear this, the check, because they had the squawk on. So, as a passenger, you could listen to the control tower and the aircraft. So I'm listening back and forth, and you hear the pilot on there, and we're still at really high altitude. I'm going, why aren't we dropping? And finally, I hear this, the control tower come in. They had switched over from, I forget which center they were on, down to the tower. And the pilot sitting there, and he calls into the tower, and the tower comes back saying, yes, Southwest, whatever our flight number was, we have you at number 47. And all of a sudden there was a pause, and the pilot goes, what? And traffic controller comes back, yep, number 47 in line for landing. There was nothing but a bunch of lightning strikes, and we started listening to what it was, and this thing went on, and I'm sitting there going, no, wait a second. We've just flown all the way across the United States. And then you're hearing at all these other airports, like Miami got shut down. We were coming into Tampa, Orlando was shut down. And then a couple other airports all around Florida where we could go for, diversion. They were all shutting down because of all the lightning. And then they finally opened up, and you just heard these jets going, we're out of here. We're back to Georgia. And it says, we'll squawk back going to, and they gives the tower where they're headed. And all these planes just started peeling off because they were running low on fuel, because all they were doing is circling, waiting to land. And when they did open up, it was just like one jet right after another, and they weren't let anybody take off. They were just trying to get the jets out of the air. Well, my biggest fear was going, how much fuel do we have left on board? We've been flying, for 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
But we circled for doggone close to an hour, and it was. We were just up here, and you could look down and see the lightning striking down on the airport.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how much extra. Well, I guess every flight is different, weight and balance.
Sure.
How much more they put on board than what their destination is. But I'm sure they figure in some extra. How much, I don't know. I know we've never up here, where I work. I don't think we've ever landed with less than like an hour and a half extra fuel, stuff like that. But we usually take off with 4.5 hours of fuel. But we always, whatever our pickup airport is, we always refuel there. So we refuel at each airport, always keep it topped off.
Sure, because you never know what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen. Speaking of fuel and weight, I'm gonna have to listen to a bitch session tonight. I'm working with my chief flight nurse as my partner tonight, and Jerry is as big, if not bigger than me. Every time the pilots see the two of us, like, oh, Christ, got Bulkamania on tonight.
Hulkamania.
They hate it when Jerry and I work together. We're we're not fat or anything. We're just two big dudes. And now that the weather's getting warmer, they hate that even more.
Sure. Your takeoff capacity, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is Ron just said not too long ago that they were expecting snow on the weekend.
Yeah, Friday.
They love cool weather.
We do. It's 69 right now. Not bad.
That's probably about close to what we're running around here. We've been actually fairly cool after we had that heat wave come through. What was it? Last Wednesday and Thursday, we hit 90 degrees here.
Well, Bill asked a question. He's been dying. He's been dying to get a sub 249 gram drone, and he wants to know whether he should have got the Nano or the Mini 3 Pro. Well, if you can afford the Nano, no, not the Nano, but the Nano is not cheap either. But the Mini 3 Pro. The only thing is the DJI products, as you know, have all the restrictions on them, where the Autels do not. They leave it up to you to understand where you should and shouldn't be flying.
Now, you know, one thing I will give, at least on the videos I've been watching for Aldrin on Flight Path, because he's done a really bunch of good in-depths, and that's one, if you haven't seen, it's Flight Path. To watch him, and he has done a lot of them, and the video quality, I'm venturing to say, is may be as good, if not better, than the Nano.
Yeah. Well, that's, after losing my drone and DJI screwing me over, but at least they gave me a 25% discount. So I ordered the Mini 3 with the controller. It'll be interesting to see, because the last couple of evenings, the wind is coming off the Lake Huron, coming down the river.
Right.
And when I get out there alongside of it, it's like, I'm almost having a dump in my pants thinking about, am I going to get around this ship? Am I going to get around this ship? I'm gonna get... And they say that the Mini 3 has much stronger flight characteristics as far as power and speed.
Yeah.
The Nano Plus, while it flies great in calm air, if you get any kind of a headwind or whatever, it buffers. And
Oh, I've heard that about the Nano.
Yep. Yep. Because the other day I was flying and went just fine, but it didn't react the way I'd hoped it would. In fact, let me see if I can pull up and give you guys a look at.
Steve, did you see my pictures of that eclipse the other night?
Yeah. Beautiful.
It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, they did. Compared to what we had here, nothing but cloud cover. We didn't see squat.
Really?
Completely socked in clouds.
Now I'm flying this in all auto, okay? So I have, after in post, I might brighten it up a little bit, lighten it up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
That's all I do. And here it is coming at me, no problems, just coming right on up. Goes around.
Wow, what ship is that?
That is a Viking cruise ship.
Really?
Now here's where you starts getting a little dicey. Okay, I get, see how I'm slowing down? That's full stick forward. And it slows down. And when I go to pan it, so I'm going sideways,
Right.
that's where it really slows down.
Well,
See,
you got
I'm getting out into the lake wind now.
You-
And you know
you
what the
got-
little buggers did? They got to that point there and they poured the coals to it. It was doing 8.9 knots. After I got it around it, I checked, they were doing 14.6 knots.
well, you're going nose on into the wind, right?
Well, I was there before. Now it's side to the wind.
Yeah. But I mean, you're going nose onto it. And then up to that point leading up, you're also getting the wind effect off the vessel
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Now look here, I'm staying right with the damn ship and I'm trying to think, can I cross in front of it? Can I cross in front of it? Should I cross in front of it? Shouldn't I cross in front of it? And so I'm right now, I'm full stick trying to get ahead of it.
Now, is that in regular mode?
That's regular. No, that's in ludicrous.
Okay.
And I'm trying to judge if I go across in front of it, am I going to hit the bow of that ship? And as you can see, I'm starting to get out in the lake a little ways. I'm way over the other side of the bridges
Yeah.
on shore. And this is a Wi-Fi drone.
Oh, shit.
And so I'm going, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
What a beautiful shot, though. Look at that with the bridge framed in there.
Yeah. So I'm coming back across and I'm thinking, come on, get out in front, get out in front. Come on, come on.
That's a ballsy move there, Paul.
Yeah, you're telling me. I almost had to clean my shorts out. And you can see my strobe lights flashing off something that's got reflective tape on it. See it?
I thought I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so come on. And I'm getting out quite a ways. Come on. See the bow out still just right there?
Yeah. Yeah, I see the reflection right down there on the starboard side of the bow
Yep,
from the strobes.
yep. Now you see him on the port side, see?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going,
And meanwhile, the crew's up there at the helm going, what the hell is this guy doing?
yeah. Why is he waiting? Well, it wasn't intentional. But look at that. Look at how well it captures that night sky. There's no stars or anything. That's just night sky.
Yeah.
But you can really, to where you really can tell the difference, Steve, is when I pan around behind the ship and all it is darkness out in the lake.
Oh, I know. The sensor on that thing is awesome.
I mean, it's a great little flyer and it does what I expected to do. I wish it had a little more power, a little more steam, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But as you can see how they got both the engines are just a revving there.
Yeah.
And see those buoys? Those are 1.5 miles offshore. So I'm back about 2.5 miles.
Wow.
Boy, that's damn good for being Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Which drone was that, Paul?
That's the Nano Plus, the Autel Nano Plus.
That's Wi-Fi?
That's Wi-Fi. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Huh.
That's why the light is more expensive. It isn't Wi-Fi.
No, the light, the more expensive ones
Yeah.
are great. But does it have as good a sensor as that one does?
It's the same, supposedly.
Okay. But that
Yeah.
I think I paid like $1,100 delivered for that one, the Nano Plus. But I think if I were to order the light, it would be like $1,600.
Yeah. For the, I think it is. I think it's 14.
$14.99 or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And they don't give a comparison. You have to go through, because I started looking. Remember when we first
Right.
talked several
Right.
weeks, a month or so back?
Yeah.
I'd gone through and started looking at the specs on the Nano and then bringing it up on one screen and bringing the specs up on another screen and having to scroll through.
Yep. AZ is the one that got the Nano Plus first. You got the Nano. You got both of them, didn't you? AZ or all three of the new Autels? Because AZ also has the big Autel smart controller, like $1,400.
Yeah.
Uh,
1649, he said,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the Light Plus.
for the Light Plus. Yep.
I'd say that Nano or that Autel controller is nice. Tony down in Florida,
Uh-huh.
Tony, excuse me,
Bless you.
Tony Tropic. Thank you. He had the 6K Autel, but he had that controller. They only made so many of those apparently. But boy, that thing was nice though.
But the only
Real
problem
nice.
is that controller won't work on any of their newer
On the
drones.
newer ones, no. You cannot fly, I don't think, AZ, maybe you could tell us. I don't think that you can use that new controller with like the Nano Plus either.
Yeah, I don't think.
But, it's the same way though with the Mini 3.
Mhm.
The Mini 3's new controller, you can't fly anything else with that other than, I think, the Air 2S
And the Air,
and the Air.
Air 2,
Yep. Air 2, not the
Yeah.
regular Air. Yep.
the
Air
same
2 and
controller.
Air 2S.
Yeah, because the light definitely, because you have adjustable aperture on that drone, and that was one of the things that perked my interest.
What drones do you have now, Steve?
I still have my original Mavic Pro and then the Air 2. I was going to get the Air 2S, but when it didn't have adjustable aperture, I said no. Why? It is a better sensor without a doubt, but that benefit of that would be when they threw that thing on sale, Air 2S with their with the RC remote, and that thing was $9.99. They had a sale on it. It was like unbelievable what it was on sale for.
You know what I almost bought yesterday? I was in Best Buy. I damn near bought a Tello just to play with in the house. But I'm like, nah, I don't need to spend $150. It was a combo. It had 3 batteries, charger. I forget what else. Like, no,
What?
I don't need another toy.
Uh-huh.
It was tempting.
They're kind of fun.
Yeah, they are. I don't think the cameras are worth crap on them, but
No. Just to fly.
yeah.
Well, that little Nano impresses me, but like I say, I'm hoping that since, the only reason I bought the Mini 3 was because I got a $185 discount off the sale price, because they could not do anything for me when my Air 2S went down. They could have done, put it this way, they didn't offer to do anything for me.
Yeah.
They gave me a
Yeah.
discount. They could have says, okay, well, there must be something wrong with the aircraft or whatever, because we can't get the flight logs. So, and I already had paid the, $179 for Carry Fresh. I just bought the Air 2S last fall, like November.
Yeah, I remember.
So, no, they could have done more, but they didn't. And, like everybody says, well, you need to raise hell with them. And I just, take the $185 discount and go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So you
better
bought
than nothing.
the
better
Mini
nothing.
3 is what you bought?
Yeah, the Mini 3 Pro. The one
Okay,
that has
so-
the new controller and everything, yeah.
Yeah, with the RC controller.
The RC controller, yep. They right now they're going prices, and AZ's got them ordered too, but right now the going price is $906. But see, the thing with what DJI is doing now, remember when we used to buy other drones, you buy a Flymore kit and it came with all this stuff. Well, now the
Separate.
Flymore, yeah, everything's separate. You got it. Oh, you want this? Oh, you got to add that. You want this? You got to add that. You want this? I could have spent $1,500 on that Mini 3 if I'd added on all that. And then, but I'm not interested. A lot of guys jumped on board. I think AZ did, and bought the what I call the extreme batteries, which give you 45 to 47 minutes of flight time. I fly ships, and whatever I do, I never fly any more than 7, 8, 10 minutes,
Mhm. And then you lose, you also lose the under 250
Yeah,
gram.
well, I have
capability.
as a 107 pilot.
You
I
don't have to
register,
worry.
I register all my drones anyway for $5. What the hell,
Yeah. But for people that are looking for the 250, and that's something that I would maybe look in if I ended up traveling
Yeah,
out of the country to go, say, to Ireland or go to Canada or something like that, to be
Yeah.
able to fly a drone there, then I would sit there and say, well, you know what? I'll look for a like a Mini 2 or a Mini 3, something that's small, carry with you and go. Because I bought the Mini, if you remember, I told you I bought the Mini 2 for my son through Costco with that sale I showed you that time.
Yes.
And it is a great little drone.
Oh, it is. It is. I sold mine on a whim, but I'm glad I did. But I wasn't flying it. I bought it last summer, and I did the Rock in the Rivers, the concerts they did on the rivers every week in August on Thursdays. They did Rock in the Rivers down on the water,
Mhm.
and it flew perfect most of the time. I did have almost a flyaway one time with it, but
Mhm.
but
I was watching, speaking of that, AZ, I was talking, I don't know if you saw Billy Kyle's last post on, I think it was on Twitter, he put it out there. He's got the drone tracking him in his car, and the drone's going, taking along, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, this bird just comes, I mean, it just takes up the whole entire sensor and flies right on by. It is like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I've had a few instances of the seagulls and the ducks. You know,
Yeah, we have the seagulls here.
yeah, the ducks flying at you, and all at the last minute they'll flare, and you know they flare in the wings. It's like, phew. That's scary too.
Yeah.
Drone shots, how you doing?
Jody,
And Newfound Drones, Bill. Yep, he's here. The yeah, it's you know, Ron, you're still flying what? The
Mavic 2.
Mavic 2.
Got it with me, as a matter of fact.
Do you still visit your other one that's up on the side of the mountain?
Every once in a while.
He's
Yeah,
got one
drive by there.
that landed up on the side of the mountain, and you just can't get at it.
Do you mind if I share this one of Billy?
No,
Oh.
go ahead.
Let's see. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no audio, so just watch very closely. Right in the middle here. Woo!
Wow.
Let me play it back. Phew. Ended up speeding up, he said.
Well, yeah. What you know, when you screen shared, did you click the two little boxes at the bottom before you screen shared?
What,
Because
you
what
can't
it's
see?
doing is it's clocking.
It's what?
It's clocking. In other words, it goes like this, like this, like this.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I didn't do
And
it
if you
right then.
stop share and you go click the two little boxes at the bottom and then re-screen share it,
Okay.
it should,
Where it says
Even it
share
up.
screen, and I do what now?
right down at the bottom, there's two little boxes. Is the optimize, the one on the
Oh,
right.
okay.
Hit the
I've
one
got
on the
it.
right, it'll click the one on the left at the same time.
Okay. Here we go.
There you go. Now it's smooth.
Phew.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, I'll play it back again from the beginning. Here we go. Just watch it. It's just a couple seconds in. Shoo.
Wow.
boy, that baby was hauling, wasn't it?
Yep. He said, yeah, I was puckered.
Yeah, I guess. AZ, did you see it that time? AZ? Because you know, when it was clocking, it would go fast and then slow and go fast and slow. We couldn't see the bird. But when
Okay,
it was smooth, yep. Now we saw the bird. Yep.
yeah.
That's one of the tricks you always have to remember. And you'd be surprised how many times I forget to make sure the box is clicked.
Yeah.
If you click
I
the
didn't even
box-
look at it. I saw there, but I didn't even look at it. I just clicked to share.
Yep.
Yeah, he posted it out on Twitter, and I just sat there last night and I watched that and I'm going, oh man.
Yeah. That bird had it not gotten the hell out of the way, would have taken that drone out in a microsecond.
That's for sure.
Wow.
Ron, how much further you got to go, buddy?
About 20 feet.
Oh, you're there.
Oh.
Okay.
Just pulled in. Yeah.
I'm glad- I'm glad we could go with you on the ride.
Yeah. Kept me awake.
Yeah.
Volume up.
And this is the new digs, right?
Correct. Yep. All right. Let me. Uh-oh. Ah. There we go. A little stiff from the drive.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, this is the new job?
This is we got a brand new hangar. We used to share
Oh,
a hangar with the FBO. Now, hopefully my band works to get me in.
so now you got your own place.
Well, this is where the helicopters are at. He normally works
No, I
the
know.
fixed wing. Yeah. This is over in Fargo, right? Ron?
Bismarck.
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 And the fixed wing is in Fargo?
We fixed wing and a rotor in Fargo.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Hey,
So
how
this-
are you?
So this whole place is now
This is all
yours?
brand new.
Yeah.
Wow, what a huge hangar.
Say that again, Steve.
I say this is
Yeah,
all,
it's
all
pretty good
Sarah
size.
Foods?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one big
And
ass
we got a
hangar.
whole upstairs. Yeah.
Now, is there a place upstairs
some
where you
training
guys can lay
quarters.
down or whatever? Or-
That's all downstairs here.
Oh, downstairs. you
Yeah.
can get down.
Yeah. But there's we have some education stuff and that upstairs, and
I
Yeah,
see you got
building's
washer
fairly
and
new.
dryer and, yeah.
it's a little bit big. Oh yeah. Yeah. So it
Nice
yeah,
place.
it's a good size hangar. Yeah.
Well, it has to be with the rotor.
Now, do you
Yeah.
have, is that copter sitting on wheels on a tug or?
Yeah, it's on a little device here. It's run by
Electric?
a little remote controller.
Oh, okay.
The remote for this is about the size of a drone remote, and just lifts up the legs. That big door goes up and out you go. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a pretty neat, nice little place they got here. They deserved it. Their last place was kind of beat up a little bit, and so was ours. If you would have seen our last place.
Oh, there you go. The recreation area.
Yeah. Yeah, full kitchen and everything.
Kind of looks a little bit like the other same layout with that rec room there.
Yeah, and all the bedrooms are back there. So
Now,
Yeah,
what
it's
do
like-
they do if you get a call? Do they call you on your phones or do they beep a horn in there? Or?
there's a paging system, yeah,
Okay.
that we have, kind of, similar to like a firehouse or whatever.
So now you're the only one there now?
No, the day crew is still here.
Oh, okay.
Flip the camera around. There we go. But anyway, I think those guys just got back. You guys just get back to something? Oh, okay. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna get settled in.
Okay, Ron. Well, good luck. And
Yeah.
the shift you're working there now tonight is what till what
7
time
to
tomorrow?
7 P to 7 A. Yep.
7. Okay,
Yep.
12 hours. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for keeping me company on the drive.
Okay, Ron, you take care and behave yourself now. Don't be running naked around the barn or anything, you know?
Well, I won't be doing that. All right, guys.
Okay, we'll see you, Ron.
Be
All right,
safe
good.
over there.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You
Good night.
too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's a nice facility.
Steve, that is a nice facility, isn't it?
That is really nice compared to the other place.
Yep.
I mean, it was nice, but this is really nice because now the whole place is only theirs.
That's like going to a Days Inn with a great big garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pull in and park 30 cars.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
Wow.
Marshall's in the chat. How you doing, Marshall?
Hello, Marshall.
Robert Glazier, AZ still here. AZ, have you flown your Autels much, or what's your perspective on the not the Nano, but because I know you've been flying that, but the what is it, the 4K or the 6K? I think the 6K is the one that has the same camera, isn't it? Steve?
What's that?
The Autel 6K, isn't that the light? Isn't that a 6K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Pro is, if I remember right, the 6K, because that's got the 1-inch sensor on it.
Right.
And then the other one, which is the 8K, that's the one that has, I forget which sensors on board, but yeah, I'm still looking at that Autel light.
Yeah. I think David does have that. I think he does.
Oh, David's got all three, doesn't he?
Yes, I think he does.
Yeah.
Because he was saying in there, I was a little confused, David, what you put in there. Not much flying lately. Okay.
Mhm.
The question I had though is the light that Steve's talking about. Is that capable to use the new big controller, the Autel, or no?
No,
No. Okay.
at least what I've read, it says no.
Okay.
It's only on the Autel 2. You know,
Okay.
they're bigger drone.
The bigger drones. Okay.
Well, Robert's also got the Autels too.
Yes. Yes, he does.
He's got the Nano. I have two Nano pluses and 2 Light pluses. What? One for each hand?
Well, maybe Robert believes in redundancy, I guess. Maybe, you know.
David, well, that keeps you from being a 2-fisted drinker. You're two-handed flyer. That's crazy.
Yep. Marshall
So-
says hello.
Yeah. So, David, how do you like the Light Plus? May I
I
ask?
imagine he has flown the Light Plus, but I was just
Yeah.
wondering, does it have the same capabilities of night and vision and everything, low light and but I would imagine it's probably a little faster, more powerful, right?
It's bigger motors and its flight capability is better in wind conditions. I know that.
Yeah.
And the big thing too is having adjustable aperture.
Okay.
'cause
Yeah,
I was-
'cause the Nano, you can't do that.
No, I was talking with Chris Hope because he bought that Phantom 4 V1 off from eBay, or he bought it off from one of the sales
He
sites.
bought the version 1 or the version 2?
Version 1, and he has the before he had just the Phantom 4,
Yeah.
regular Phantom 4. So he bought the Pro, what is it, the Pro 1 and V1. And I was talking to him today while he was driving to get his car re-registered, his truck re-registered. And
Oh.
he said that, oh my gosh, he goes, what a total difference. He says, I got to learn all these new settings in here. I said, well, yeah. I said, I'll send you the photography triangle for speed, ISO, and aperture.
Yeah.
And that's to put those in there. And I go, you won't have a problem with anything,
Yep.
because the 4 did not have a 1-inch sensor. So the new one does have the 1-inch
Yes,
sensor on
line
board.
sensor, yep. But you know, I shoot everything in auto mostly. I don't tweak things.
Mhm.
And my Air 2S, I noticed if I go down to do the same night shots as the Nano Plus, I don't get near the color, the clarity, or I get more pixelation. And
You know, I'm wondering if that also has to do with their sensor that they're using with their new format of color science that they have in there, because it's it's not RGB, it's R something. I
Yes,
forget
yeah,
what they
yeah.
called it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that is the improvement that you're seeing versus a regular.
and that's what I've heard other people say, you know, because they mentioned that RG or whatever, that it really enhances
Mhm.
what the image that you're recording.
Oh, so Robert doesn't have the light. He's got the Evo 1, the Evo 2, and the Nano Plus.
Okay. Oh, and AZ said he likes the Plus better
Mhm.
than the Air 2S. Because now
David, Steve, I'm a technology collector. Unfortunately, expensive shit.
there you go.
Well, that's what's the old saying goes. The difference between men and boys is the price of their
Price
toys.
of their toys. That's it.
Yeah, I'm still debating on that Light Plus. I may go to that. Because it's a toss, believe it or not, between two completely different drones, going to the Phantom 4 V2 or the Light Plus. And it's like one, a drone that all the drones I have are nowhere as big as the Phantom, but I'm looking after it because of the sensors.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
'cause,
tools.
back when they first came out with drones, Steve, we didn't even talk much about sensors. It's just you got what you got when you bought the drone,
Yeah.
Now everybody says, oh, you got to have this sensor, that sensor, and you got to dial this in, dial that. And I leave all my drones for the most part on auto.
Mhm.
The only thing I might do is at the very bottom is I might increase it either +2, +3,
Mhm.
or -1, -2, that kind of thing. But on the Nano, it's got an interesting thing. I don't quite understand how it works. But when you tap on the screen at nighttime, it puts a little box up and it's got a little slider on the side. And you can slide that up and increase the brightness.
Oh, so that's probably adjusting the ISO on it,
Yes, yes.
because that's what it is on the triangle. You've got your shutter speed, your ISO in the old days of film, but it's still electronically, and then your aperture. And like
Yep.
I was telling Chris, he says, well, I'm going to take it out and point it up at the sun this afternoon when I get home and do a test on it. I says, well, if you're going to do that, go to manual and make sure you shut down the aperture. In other words, the larger the
Yep.
number, the smaller the opening. The
Right,
smaller the number, the larger the opening, because it's letting
Right.
more light in.
right.
And I said, try that, because he did that test the other night. It was just only like about a minute or so. And it was at nighttime, it was clear as a bell.
Yeah, it takes a little while for us to get used to the new drones, doesn't it?
It's like, even when they put that update on the Air 2, I
Yeah.
haven't used all the upgrades and flown all the different things that you can fly with it. You know, I use the hyperlapse. That's one of the things I do.
Well, it's like all those ones where you know it goes up and does a circular thing and the
Yeah.
world. And I don't use follow me modes or any of that stuff.
Well, Aldrin on Flight Path, he did the one of the memorial. It's a war memorial that was put in San Diego, and it overlooks La Jolla, and it's a big cross sitting up on the hill. And he did the one hole test of the Mini 3 up there, where it showed the different things it'll do with the tracking, to where it did the selfie shot, like pulling away, the pull out
Yeah.
shot, came
Yeah.
back, do the circle, then do the reveal shot, and it was beautiful. And for where he was at, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great location.
Good morning over in Australia, Kelly. Kelly's here from Austria.
Yeah. Good day, Kelly.
Yep. It's you know, the older I get, Steve, the more I don't like change.
I agree.
I have to adapt to the changes. I don't necessarily like it. It's like I had to get a new phone here like a week or two ago, and I'm still cussing at this damn phone, you know?
What'd you end up getting?
It was a free phone, so I think it's an off brand, but it's running
Android?
yeah, it's Android. It's a Cricket phone. And you know, it's like when you go to answer, you got to put your finger on the damn thing, or else it
Mhm.
wants you to sign in, or you know, it just my other one is just hit the button, answer the phone, you know, hit the button,
Yeah.
answer the phone.
It all changes. My wife, I'm pretty good at accepting changes, and I love technology. I'm kind of like David. I mean, when I grew up, I got my first IBM computer, you know, like to come into the computer age, and it was called their Micro Channel 50, and it, you know, 3.5-inch floppy drive, and it had a 10 megabyte hard drive.
Did you see what Lynn put in the chat? She says, Paul does not adapt. He complains.
And, you know, I went out and I bought another computer after that. And I bought it at Costco, actually. It was a Dell Tower. It came with a 3.5-inch floppy, well, you know, hard disk. And then a 5.25 floppy. It had a 30 megabyte. No, I take it back. 100 megabyte hard drive, and it came with 8 16 megabytes of RAM,
Ah,
and it was a 56K 9,000 baud, you know, fax modem combination in it and everything. That was, you know, $2,500. And then after that, I'm going, no, I'm not going to buy this stuff anymore. I'm going to buy it. And I started building them. So I started getting out there and doing it. So I'm self-taught with that because I came from the days of DOS, you know,
yeah,
long before Windows ever came out.
yep.
And technology I pick up on pretty quick. I'm slower at it, obviously, these days, but I still can pick up on it pretty quick. I always have. Adapt and go. I started off with floppy drives and reel tapes. There you go. On the IBM 360,
Yes, the old IBMs.
the big i3M deck reel 360s. Yeah, it was a really funny as a kid in high school. You go back in time now because we were given a computer for free, a Raytheon computer, and it was keyboard, and then it had a print tape. You put the tape in it blank, and as you type, it would punch the tape. And
Sure.
then it went to the unit. And the unit was 64K of memory in our computer. And it was given to us by TRW Systems, which is Thomas Randall Williams, and they ran the test site out there. It was a military and other stuff test site out there. In fact, they tested the lunar landing rockets out there for the Apollo spacecraft.
Oh, boy.
They were tested out there. So they gave it to us, and when we got to going into using it, we were invited, our computer class got to go out to their center and go and meet up with their computer technicians out there. And what they did is they had a whole stack of punch, the old punch cards. And they put the deck in there, and every shift they'd run a test in order to find out if the computer was operating correctly. And what it would produce out on, on a printer, on, tractor fed paper. It would
Right.
print out of a girl sitting sideways, profile, like a naked girl sitting on a bar stool. And all the X's were meaning something within the program that it was functioning okay. So if there was an X out of place, you knew you had a problem.
I think I still have out in the garage a printer, a pin feed printer,
Yeah, tractor fed.
Yep.
Was it a line printer where it goes bap, 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 bap?
Actually, it had the head that went back and forth like this.
Okay, yeah, so it was a line printer, yeah. I still have one unit actually over here in my closet where my server stuff is, and I keep it there just out of posterity's sake. I haven't started it up in several years, but it actually has a 3.5-inch drive, a 5 1/4 drive, and it has a 250 megabyte zip drive
Oh, wow.
in it, because we used to use it for the programming out at Disneyland. We used to use the zip drives because what we could do is before it had all these floppy disks you had to take,
Right.
3.5-inch floppies. And you're talking about 8, 9 disks when you can just put it on one. So with our laptops, even as we have, I just got back then it was a serial port attachment on the computers, and plug that in there, and we just put the whole program on the disk, and then we go to each one of the main computers when we had to upgrade the system as we bring on new fire control systems online, and we just plug it in and download the whole entire program at one shot instead of having to feed 8, 9, 10 disks in. A fresh new haircut. Yeah, but times have changed, that's for sure.
So are you at work now, Steve, or are you home?
I'm in my office at home.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you
I've-
pretty
I've-
much work from home then?
Most of the time I do, yeah.
Yeah.
When I am at the building, at the project over there, I'm working off a hotspot, so. Although I did get it, Wi-Fi
Here he
antenna.
is, Adrian.
Howdy.
Hey,
Brother Adrian, how are you, sir?
How you doing, brother Steve? From California, from Liberal, California.
Liberal California. No, I'm the right left coast.
How are you, my liberal drone partner?
Now, I think Steve's about as conservative as they come.
I mean, he really is. We actually had talked about a lot of stuff, Paul. However, the areas that live in California, sometimes I'm sure that that's why Steve was losing a little bit of his hair on top, because these liberals are driving him nuts.
Pulling his hair out, yep.
That's why it keeps thinning on top.
So Adrian, how are things down there in Florida? You just got done with working?
Yeah, my route's still on the ground. I had a one of my the leaf springs in my truck on the rear axle. When I hit, broke. It popped and it made such a loud noise, a metal to metal contact. It
Yeah.
scared the crap out of me. It sounded like something exploded. So I was broke down for about a good 2 hours and a half. So I'm behind. I have to come back in the morning and finish.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks.
Now, are you supposed to be off the job at a certain time or off the streets or?
Unfortunately, when you're a truck driver, Paul, you're only allowed to drive 10 hours, but you're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to be out more than 14 hours. So my job takes that into consideration. So before
Okay.
we actually hit 13 hours, we have to bring it in, and then whatever we have on the ground, we have to come back the next day and get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, they do want us to be off the road at least by of the clock, no more than about 7:30, and then
Okay.
Wow.
Oh no, yeah.
In California, it's maxed out at 10. And if you go over 10, it affects your next day's driving.
Yeah, but we never drive that much because we make so much stops, Steve-O.
Uh-huh.
And even being a truck driver, and that doesn't just go in California. That's actually nationwide, Steve.
Mhm.
Us drivers, we have 10-hour drive and 14 hours of on duty not driving. So we have to manage those times accordingly. Because
Right.
if you go over one, you're not able to drive until you get a 14-hour reset, which means now we gotta wait about a day and a half for the hours to reset.
Correct.
Now, Adrian, which trucks do you drive? Do you drive the ones that you put the things down in the side of the dumpster and pick it up and dump it, or?
I do that one. However, they actually got me doing where I drive one of those rear loader trucks. So I have
Okay.
a helper in the back dumping the garbage can while I drive.
So you just drive along and he dumps and
Yeah.
every once in a
Exactly.
while, do you have to get out, and maybe help him if he's got an oversized something, or?
Unfortunately, with my restrictions, I'm not allowed to.
Okay.
Not yet. Whenever I get better and they take me up for that, then I'm allowed to go ahead and help him, anytime he need help. But for now, I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Adrian, Lynn saying hello to you. Kelly saying hello to you. Mike saying hello to you.
Mark
Yep.
said 420. Hey, how you doing? Is that Ray Kelly?
No,
Oh, Kelly Taylor from over in Australia.
Kelly Taylor from
Okay.
Australia.
Hey, Kelly Taylor and Lynn, how you doing? I can't see the chat, so I'm actually.
Yeah,
I'm on my phone.
Robert and David are here as well, and so is Bill from Newfound Drone Connections, and
Okay.
Robert Glazier and Marshall from Arizona Street Media.
You got quite the crowd in there.
Yeah, we got a few people hanging with us.
I'm actually jealous, Paul, because you got all the nice freaking areas to fly your drone when it comes to those damn ships. I wish that I actually had that here where I'm at,
Yeah,
but I don't, which kind of sucks. But when I come back to Michigan, Paul, I would like to go ahead and get in touch with you so we can meet and I
sure,
drive.
anytime,
to where you at.
anytime. I'd love to take you down there. Yep. The only thing is those night shots, Adrian, which turn out good, is with that Nano Plus because the camera's so good, but it's underpowered. So if there's any kind of wind coming at it, I have a hard time getting around the ship,
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm probably gonna use my Air2S, or I'm gonna use my Autel Evo 2.
Yeah,
That's the
there,
case.
you have the Evo 2?
I got the Evo 2, yeah.
We were discussing, Steve was asking questions of the guys that have the Evo Light. We don't seem to know a lot about the Autel Evo Light.
I don't know about that. Hey, I have to clock. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah, once I get a chance, I'm going to do some more research on it and find out about the Light Plus. Kind of put
Well,
that
you
on.
You know
On
what,
the-
what you might do, Steve, is if you have enough money to play with, buy it from Amazon. And if you don't like it after 10 days, you just send the damn thing back. They are really good about returning drones.
You know, that's one thing they are. I'll never forget. My sister had bought me. She wanted to surprise me, and I had liked remember when the Xeno drone came out, and
Yeah.
Marcus and Ron and all those guys were talking about, and I liked it. Well, she saw on Facebook I liked it. So what did she do? She went out and bought that drone for me for Christmas. I mean, God love her. It was great. But the drone was not the drone to have, as we all know, with all the complications. And so I'm opening it up Christmas morning. I'm happy, but it was like, how do I explain to her that this thing is more or less a piece of crap and I don't want it?
Yeah, you know, it's hard to explain to people you don't fly toys.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was, they did improve it and finally get it done. But I sent that drone back.
Yep.
I took it to the UPS store with the return sticker on it, because that's their preferred means of going back.
Yep.
Before I got to my car, I got a text notice from Amazon saying your account has been credited.
Yep.
Right then and there by turning it in. I mean, they didn't even have it. I mean, it's sitting in a UPS store.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
they had given me the credit for the account.
Yeah, and that's why, everybody can say what they want about Amazon, but as long as they treat the customers better than even some of the manufacturers, they're going to be good as gold.
Exactly. Well, my big thing is right now I'm just trying to finish up on my project. So getting a new drone is one of the last things in the world I'm worried about right now. It's work and getting stuff taken care of, because we have if everything goes okay, I'll have the center completely leased out by the end of this month. They won't go until July, but they'll sign the lease agreement so we can get somebody in there for a 2-year lease. And that'll fill the center up. And then that's trying to get back of contractors. And I found out why my painting contractor hasn't gotten a hold of me. Both his telephones and mailboxes are full. So I emailed him on his website. He goes, Steve, I'm sorry. I'm in Ireland. I won't be back till the 27th. I'll call you then.
Wow.
And I said, tell you what, get your ass back here now and I'll go finish the rest of your vacation for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually the fact is when people go dark like that, there's something going on.
Mm-hmm. But it's trying to get rid of it. And then because we got to do some work because the unit used to be a restaurant. So we're going to have to tear out the whole entire bar and everything else. And I sent an email to our contractor saying, hey, if this was to go through, how soon could you guys be able to start? Because I was thinking maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks or longer out. And he comes back and he says, well, if you give us the approval, we can start next week. And I'm going, oh crap, I got to find out if this guy's going to lock the deal on so I can get in there and get going, which will put us ahead of the game.
Right.
I'd rather be ahead and be done and just sitting there and just waiting for them to move in.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my only complaint with the Nano. I like it. I'm getting used to the controls. For a Wi-Fi drone, it's good. What I did notice is I had to take DJI sticks and put them in the controller because it comes with little sticks, little dinky, little short things.
Really?
I like them a little taller. So the DJI screw right in there.
So it's the same thread then.
Yeah, and so it made a big difference. But what I noticed is like when I'm going up the side of a ship sometimes, because it's Wi-Fi, and there's a little bit of a delay of what I'm seeing and what it's doing, I might overcorrect a little bit. So it might
Mhm.
go like this up the side of the ship instead of straight up the side of the ship. And especially, I find that's true, Steve, especially with a new moving object like a ship. If it
Oh,
was,
yeah.
if it was static, it wouldn't be a big deal, but
Mhm. Well, and that's the thing, like you said, it was moving along at a slow speed because of it being inside the harbor. And once it clears that outside breakwater, it's
Yeah.
saying, let her go.
metal to the metal, yep.
I've never seen a Viking cruise ship that design before.
Well, that's
That's
a brand
interesting.
new one. They just built it last year.
Hmm.
It's a little bit smaller than the great big Vikings.
Right.
And it's called the Viking Octantis. And it's not as big. It only has like 379 passengers, and it has
Yeah.
189 crew members.
Hmm.
It's built for like smaller cruises or
Kind of like what the river cruises are in Europe and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
the Great Lakes.
Yeah. Now,
So
where does that travel to? Like, for instance, do you know?
Yeah, what it does is, here, let me pull up. Go here,
Oh, wow.
screen share.
David's saying his Mini 3 will be shipped on the 26th and supposed to be there by the 31st.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, good for him. Let me see, screen share, okay. Okay, here's the Great Lakes, right?
Right?
So you got locks here.
Mhm.
And this is open water, but that's Detroit. So it came down from up here, I think around this area up here. And it came down through here. It went to Cleveland. Then it went to Detroit.
Mhm.
And then it went by here last night, headed up, and it went to Alpena. I don't know if it's still there or not. Yep, there it is. No, that's a different cruise ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, and then it goes up. Sometimes they go over here to Milwaukee or Chicago. And sometimes they even go up. See, there's the Ocean Voyager.
Mhm.
It goes up here to this area up here, like Duluth.
Yep. That's over by where my dad's originally from.
Because these are locks here.
Hmm.
And no locks here. You just go underneath there. But they also go to Mackinac Island for the day, I think, which
Yeah,
is a
that-
big tourist spot.
Yeah. Mackinac. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's was from Minnesota, from Hibbing.
I'm trying to see if when it said tender, it's like two tenders off the Octantis. There must be the tenders that take people ashore.
Boy, that's quite a bit offshore.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It's 3,000 feet is about 3/4, a half an inch, 3/4 an inch. So that's about a mile and a half offshore. What's over here? That's another kind of a passenger boat. Now go Innovators coming downbound. So,
Yeah, yes, yesterday, I when I'm here at work and stuff, I just kind of have it on the one screen watching San Diego Harbor. And yesterday, the USS Nimitz
Yep.
took off, and
Yep.
3 other warships took off. And then the Nimitz actually came back and it's sitting offshore. And one of the gals in the chat was saying her son's on board. We'll be boarding. One gal said her son was on board, and the other son saying it was coming in from Chicago, and then they'll be flying in on the carrier because they're waiting for the air wing to come on board.
Okay. Yeah.
But, you know, it's like, was that a normal deployment or is this something that they're sending them off someplace we don't know they're headed to?
Yeah, AZ, I haven't gotten any notification on the Mini 3 yet about shipping or anything. In fact, the only notification I got that it was paid for was through PayPal. That it was paid for, and no notification from DJI yet about shipping or anything else. Because I had to go to the DJI in order to use my discount code.
Mhm.
So that'll be interesting.
I'm looking on Best Buy to see if they've got any predictions for them shipping. They don't even say, just pre-order.
Yep, they're all pre-orders, yep.
Yeah.
And I'm not so sure that mine wasn't a pre-order too. Because I don't think they've shipped it yet.
Mhm. Yeah, they don't say anything of when it'll ship. That's not
Okay.
good.
AZ didn't get any official notification. He had to email him to find out what was going on.
Oh, so that was just an email from them telling them what there was gonna happen then, David, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That must be their schedule. It doesn't mean that that
Yeah.
it's gonna happen, right then.
Well, I know when the Air 2 came out, I ordered mine from DJI
Yeah,
and then it took like 2 weeks to get it. And I could have gone right down to the Best Buy store, 8 miles from here and and picked it up off the shelf.
yeah, there was a point in time when DJI was releasing new drones that within hours of them announcing it, the Best Buy had them on the shelf,
Exactly.
but not in this case.
Mm-mm.
Somebody said Ron went into Best Buy just the other day, yesterday. And he says they just don't have much of anything.
You know, most of the stores, even ours, which is in a fairly, it's I don't want to say it's affluent area, but the area around, I mean, we're not in Orange County is far from being
Right.
low income. Yes, there are low income areas all around every place, but it's a fairly affluent area. And their stock, when I went in there, God, when we were there about a month and a half ago, I went in there because I needed a keyboard, just to get a plain old keyboard. I went in there and I was looking around to see what was, on the shelves over there and the drones.
Right.
And they had the models in there, but
Yep.
nothing in stock.
No,
You look down on the, the locked in cases
the
below
lock
them,
case down underneath empty. Yep.
empty.
Yep.
That's crazy. And a lot of it too is, part of it is how much is the supply chain is holding all this stuff up too.
Right. Yep.
But they had the Evo. In fact, I was surprised because they had the Evo 2 there, but they also had an Evo 1 in there still.
Oh, okay. I never warmed up to those controllers where you flip the arms out. No.
Best Buy is closing down here in Arizona when the lease is over. They moved out. They moved to another location, David, or what city are you talking about, by the way? If you would, please. Yeah, the overhead for having a big box store like that for electronics, like Best Buy and everything like that, is just
Yeah.
tremendous.
Well, there's got to be a lot of pressure on the chains because Amazon has taken over big time.
Exactly, Justin. In fact, they opened up, it used to be an Office Depot in it's like on one side of the freeway from Best Buy and the other, it was an Office Depot. It's now one of those Amazon, like Fresh Marts, like a regular store. They
Yep.
opened up a store there.
Well,
Haven't
they
been inside
they
it yet.
definitely have the distribution centers, that's for sure.
No, they are closing Phoenix and Scottsdale. Wow. Well, their overhead with everybody buying stuff online.
Yeah, yeah,
Because that's what I'll do is if I need something, I'll just go on, I'll look at it and I'll see if they've got it in the store. Okay, fine. I'll just go down and pick it up from the store because I can get it,
right,
right now.
right.
I'll order it and you pick it up in an hour. Yeah, it is. It is really growing fast. They're trying to go after Amazon.
Yep.
They used to be the biggest retailer in the world.
Well, Steve, I think I'm going to close her down, buddy.
All righty, sir. Well, thank you for
I
having me
mean,
in.
because I have to go to the little boys' room and I don't
Yeah.
want to leave you alone here. So, when you get older, it's just like when the bell rings, the bell rings,
Well, thank you for having me in.
Unless Justin's going to pop back in, but I think he's tired. So,
Yeah,
yep.
probably is.
I mean,
Well,
I can leave you. Go ahead and run it. It's up to you, Steve.
No, I'll let you shut it down
Okay.
and let it go.
Yep. All right, everybody. See you all again in the morning. Anybody
Take
can
care.
pop in. Paul Hodges is going to be on the road, so it'll just be lonesome little me. So take care, everybody, and have a great evening.